think we're live. Looks like we're live. We could be live. No messages yet, but it is 9 o'clock, so we're on time. We're on time.
Not done leveling yet.
Finished leveling. So I'm starting early just so everybody understands like the stress I have to deal with. How are you not done? This is your fault. See, you left early and you would have did this last year. You're still
life happens.
You're still leveling too?
No, I think I leveled everything.
Oh. So, for those of you who are just joining us, this is what a normal D&D session is like. You're sitting around waiting for that one player who hasn't showed up yet. And unfortunately, like online, it's not the same. See, a player in real life shows up to the game, they bring chips, soda, something, a snack, because they're late.
Coffee.
Yeah, anything. We don't get the same treatment here.
We get snide remarks.
Yeah, we just wait patiently. Like, oh, okay, we could start now.
I just have a feeling I know what the comment will be about.
You should have just played without me. Watch. You're probably right. That's going to be the comment. Oh, I'm surprised you didn't play without me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not dealing with that. Oh my goodness. So how's everybody's week? Mine has been horrible.
Indifferent.
Indifferent. Why are you indifferent? Tell me about it.
Nothing special, nothing spectacular, nothing bad. Indifferent.
Oh, okay. What about you, Fabio?
Oh, my week. Well, let's say I worked on a couple circuitry projects and then made a fun little complete knockoff of Simon Says for my niece and nephew. Please don't sue me, Hasbro or Mattel or whoever actually owns that.
Simon Says? Isn't that the game like a person stands in front and is like, Simon Says, touch your head?
Unless they have a game like an actual Simon Says game where like lights up and stuff and you have to repeat the pattern.
It's just 4 buttons though with an LED in it that light up in a sequence, and each iteration the sequence gets longer and they just have to press it in sequence.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I had that. I just called it Simon. I didn't realize it was Simon Says.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't say shit, so can you really say Simon Says?
Fair enough. So, if anybody's watching, we are waiting for our third player of the evening. Last we spoke to her, she was coming. So I hope she's okay.
Someone took her internet out again.
Oh my god, no, that's not cool. Well, if she doesn't show up, we're playing Grounded.
Oh goodness, what is that?
What?
It's a survival game, craft survival game, but it's pretty much Honey, I Shrunk the Kids survival game, but cartoon.
Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah, it's exactly Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, except the story is a little bit darker, I think. Because it wasn't a dad, absent-minded professor accidentally doing it. It's
yeah, that's true.
Evil corporation doing it to test shit.
And also, they ran away from some insects, yes, but the insects in this game are much more violent.
Yeah, the ants aren't letting you ride them into combat. They're trying to eat you and make you food. Wait, your sound cut out, Fabio.
Well, that's only because they lack Fabio's amazing ability with animals. Little animal friendship, little speak with animals, little, divine intervention always works.
Nothing works better than with some ants to get them to accept you as one of their own, but to kill their friends and wear them.
That's just camouflage.
We're blending in.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked with the red brands.
Yeah.
Right.
It did. Where is... Oh, my goodness.
I think I've properly leveled up.
And here is why I never ever tweet that I'm about to start a game. Well, that's a lie. I do tweet it, but I don't like it. It's a jinx. As soon as I do it, somebody doesn't show up.
Too late. I already posted it.
Oh,
I plastered it all over the Discord.
Which Discord?
All of them.
The one you told me to?
All of them. Oh, no.
All of them.
Oh, wait. Fantastic. Well.
And then I hopped on a whole bunch of those, what is it, like hot tub and chill Twitch streams and just,
oh my God.
wave the link. I'm probably going to get banned, but that's okay.
No, because they're going to come over here and yell at me. Like, you did not do that.
Well, it's on record. It's now on record that you didn't have anything to do with it.
Oh, that's right. Video evidence. All right. Somebody message her, find out what's taking her. Where'd she get lost at? Oh, we're in the wrong chat, by the way. We should probably move.
All right.
Well, only because this, yeah.
Watch her show up and then be like, "Oh, I didn't see you guys in the chat, so."
You stop that.
She's watching the stream, so we make up an excuse for her, and then she just uses that.
I mean, she makes an entrance, but this is like definitely typical. There's no way she forgot.
Oh, come on. After that huge meme war you were posting this morning?
Well, that was because me and this knucklehead decided we were playing. So we've been trying to play Grounded with Fury and the Mandy. And Fury lost her internet at the beginning of the week. So Saturday when we were supposed to play, she lost her internet. So she couldn't play. So we were like, all right, we're not playing. And then Sunday, she still didn't have internet. Monday, we thought, okay, she's going to have internet. We'll play Monday. Still didn't have internet. Tuesday, it was like, all right, she has internet today. We could play, but she has like streams that she was doing. So we were like, all right, she was like, we could play before, which was like 20 minutes, or we could play after. So we finally was like, all right, let's just play. And we'll see how it is at the end, like when they finish their stream. But we both had to I had to get up early for it because I crashed. My car is a wreck, and he just had to get some sleep. So, like, right as we're talking about getting off, she comes on and says,
I see you guys playing.
No. She was like, do you guys want to play now? Like, you ready? Who's ready? And we're like, yeah, not tonight. I'm going to bed. Like, I got to go to bed early. So we're finishing up whatever she's doing, and she logs in, and obviously she could see we're all friends. She's like, I see you guys playing. I'm like, yeah.
Well, it doesn't change the plan as far as going to sleep.
And still logging out. So, yeah. So today we were going back and forth. She was like, just gonna play without us, huh? I was like, no, that wasn't the plan. You were busy. Oh my goodness. Seriously, Fury? Somebody bust out the cards.
What cards?
I don't know. So, you know the 3 Dragon Ante game?
Yes.
That is an actual dice game. Or it's an actual game. My daughter has it. I need to investigate it because I want to find out how it works. I have never played it. We used to make up versions of it. We never knew what it was. I always thought it was like CeeLo. You ever heard of CeeLo?
Nope.
CeeLo is you've heard of Craps, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Craps is, one of those games you play dice with the kids in the neighborhood. So here she comes.
I am so broke. Did you guys distribute the gold after I left too?
No, because you would have still got it because you're in the party. So I don't think they distributed the gold.
No, because I have
0 in the parcels.
I have all of it right now. It hasn't been distributed.
Oh.
Yeah, he hasn't given it to be distributed. He's hoarding
well, because we weren't all here, so it was we were leveling. We weren't.
But yeah, he's being a dragon. Anyway, what was I saying? I lost train of thought. Oh,
Craps.
Craps. Yes. Okay. So we played craps. A lot of kids played craps, but in my neighborhood, we didn't know how to play craps. So we played a game called CeeLo. We played with 3 dice, and one guy was the house. He rolled, and then you had to beat his rolls with your dice. And like, I haven't played in forever, but that's what we used to pretend was 3 Dragon Ante. We would play. I would teach everybody how to play CeeLo, and now I can't remember how to play. I'm gonna have to look that up. The things you forget. Well, at least she got a nice nap, so she'll be nice and refreshed. And if you're watching Fury, yes, we're talking shit about you.
You are now queen of the goblins. They have taken you back to that first cave, and you are their ruler, and you're going to lead a little sub-party of them back to greatness. Vive la revolution!
No. Trying to get her in the game. You can't let her leave.
There you go. That's the 3-way split that each of us would have.
So, if we use the... All right. So you'll just have to add it to your character sheets.
Yeah, I'm redoing my. I wanted to put it there so that if it didn't go away, so if someone forgets, then we can be like, well, you should have had this.
Well, you could have just gave it. You could have just gave me the totals, and I could use the fantasy grounds to split it.
Oh, nah, it's too late now.
I know. That's why I said forget it.
I didn't know that was an option.
Yes. There she is.
Here I am.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, sunshine. How was your nap? Wake up.
No. Go back. I want to go back to bed.
No.
Be all surrounded by comfortable pillows and blankets.
No, stop, because now I want a nap. You gotta struggle through it for the next 3 hours. Do you have like bed hair?
I'm fixing that right now.
Oh, okay. Make yourself presentable. All right.
Like put clothes on and whatnot.
I would recommend it. Yeah. Only because this is, we might have children watching.
Children.
I don't know. It's still early. It's only 9. Some places it's only 7.
Join campaign. So have we started? Have y'all started? Have y'all done anything?
No, we were just talking shit about you.
Cool.
I leveled up.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah, you.
Oh, I guess you should let her know what's happening as far as the colleges go.
Yes. So all of you have leveled up, and you're bards, so you all have your colleges. But you, unlike real bards who go to Bard College, are learning from the pamphlets you have for Bard College. So, your bardic college abilities, only the bard abilities from the colleges, so whatever bard college you take, when you're going to use one of those abilities, you have to let me know. I'm going to roll a percentile dice. Depending on what the percentile is, that ability might not work. They will progressively get better as you progress through the game, but only because you don't have a college to attend to right now, and the whole reason you're doing this is so you can go to college. So
Something looks different.
I went to the college of self-learning.
The dice are bigger.
Yes, I noticed that.
They did. Fantasy Grounds did a major update. I think it was last week.
Skins.
Yes, there's skins. You could also change the color of your pointers and keep your dice. You also have the new elemental dice that are free, but you can buy glowy dice. So there's a lot of upgrades that came with Fantasy Grounds that are now part of the live update. It did break one of Diablo Bob's extensions, but he fixed, I would say 90% of it. He's still working on the spell drop tokens, but we don't really use that, so we should be fine, but we might get an error here and there. I also know my computer has crashed twice today from loading everything up, but it could be because I haven't turned my computer off for a month. So it might be that. Or my computer's dying. The way my week is going, I wouldn't be surprised if my computer dies in the middle of the stream. Yes.
That'd be greatly unfortunate.
No, it would be
so sad for you.
I know. I would be sad for me too. I like my computer. She's never late.
Wait. Your computer is a woman?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Wait, no, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything and make it even weird.
You already made it weird when you asked, your computer's a woman? I just went with it. Okay. So that's the thing about the Bard colleges. There is a small percentage that your Bard abilities won't work. You just don't know when they're going to happen, when that would happen. Second thing is, we're going to do a quick recap because Fabio did have to leave early last week. So we're just going to fill him in on the stuff that... we're going to...
2 weeks ago?
Yes, 2 weeks ago. Sorry. So we're going to...
Did you make the recap film?
No, I didn't do a recap film. It's been a really bad week, Fury.
It's been 2 weeks.
I know. Last week wasn't that great either. I will start doing them. I will promise. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna promise. I will start doing them. The amount of gold that Rhino listed in the Discord is how much you should have, Fury. So when you get on, just add that to your goal because he did the split. We'll do a quick recap for the viewers that are watching and for Fabio. So one of you, you don't look like you just woke up. I look like I got into a fight with Tyson when I wake up. That's not fair.
Joys of being Fury. Just roll out of bed, stream ready.
I'm gonna start wearing makeup too then, because I look like this, and I've been up all day.
I mean,
you know what? I want you to do it. Do it. You won't.
Watch next stream. I'm gonna look like the Cure.
No, that's a weakness of mine.
Men with makeup or the Cure?
Hell yeah, guys with eyeliner, really.
Oh, I don't need eyeliner. My lashes are long. You just can't tell.
Have you seen Coven from the other stream from D20 and whatnot? I think his name is Seth or something.
Seth, yeah.
Yeah. He's hot.
I know he wears eyeliner. I think it's
hot.
I think it's tattooed in though.
I don't care. He's still hot.
Okay.
Him and his wife.
Okay, I
can't tell Myriad because she gets mad. She's like, "Ew, that's my dad." I'm like, "I don't care. Your dad's hot."
Well, hold on. That's
your stepmom.
That's her dad?
No, not really.
I was like, wow, that's news.
That's like a fake dad. It's
all
like
all of a sudden, Havoc's like, well, those are some genes right there.
I was like, damn. No, okay. No, all right. Now I lost my train of thought again. I apologize, everyone, but I'm just having a week from hell, and this is like I'm looking forward to this, but I'm sidetracking. Oh yes, recapping. Yeah, because you don't look like you slept, and I think you lied to us.
I didn't. I fell asleep.
She's like, yeah, I took a nap, and I woke up looking like this. No, I don't believe you. I look
okay. That's fine.
All right, Rhino, go ahead and recap last week.
Nothing happened last week.
That is a lie. Oh wait, week before. 2 weeks ago, please.
2 weeks ago, we were down underneath the. I don't even know what it was. I know it was a destroyed building, but I'm not sure what it was prior to that.
Manor.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, manor. And there was I think it's a Nothic that was down there that was watching us through our escapades down there. We ended up running into and fighting some undead skeletons, trying to chase Glassstaff, but he got out and rode off on a horse that had flame hooves or something like that, and he got away. And we found the family of the guy that was killed in town, and they just presumed that the family had been killed too, but we have found them as well with their ravenous child thing.
The child's not ravenous.
He's ravenous.
No, he's not ravenous. He watched us. He's a little angry. He has anger issues. His father was killed. His sister, mother abused. Kept in cells. Demeaned.
Yeah. Fabio let out one of the guards in his escapades, got him outside, and the goblins just absolutely annihilated him. And then me and guitarist ended up fighting the other one and releasing the and then of course the goblins raided the armory.
Didn't I die?
The goblins? No.
No, guitarist. Didn't she die?
No.
She wasn't downed?
You downed? You didn't die. I think you were down for like 2 seconds.
Close enough.
You feigned death to gain strategic advantage.
Oh, is that what I did? Okay. That makes sense. That's totally something I would do.
Yes. Now, from that point on, so you rescued the family. You guys returned back to town. Once again, hailed as heroes. There was a nice party at the Stonehill Inn. Many of the citizens of the town took the family and helped them get themselves situated, fed, cleaned up, back at their home. The whole story of your heroics was shared many times, told over, probably more by Fabio than anyone else. And then you retired to your rooms and got some sleep. The next morning, you felt a little bit more powerful as each of you gained a level, and you are now members of your respective colleges. But the knowledge you have of your respective colleges, like I said, is a pamphlet you've been walking around with in your back pockets. So you are learning your courses as we go. Nothing like learning by experience. So it is morning. You are in the Stonehill Inn. What are the wishes of the party? I don't know who says that, but I like it. Well, Clancy, I think.
Got me.
Maybe, or Joe.
It might be Joe too. Might have been Joe first. Yeah, Joe, you're talking about Joe Numbers, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of Joes. I want to make sure we're talking about the same person.
Talking about your mama.
Your mama.
Oh.
Okay, so you're at the Stonehill Inn.
All the dice packs. Yeah.
Yep.
Did you just buy all of them?
I'm thinking about it. I want to.
But they were like $4.99 a set. There's a lot of sets.
There's not that many.
What are you talking about? Expand the things.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets.
There's
7
no.
Sets.
There's more than 7 sets.
There's 6 sets.
Oh. You know what it is? Okay, so within each
Mm-hmm.
set, there's like multiple auras and stuff. So
Uh-huh.
if you look online, they show all of them. Like if you look at Fantasy Grounds, it shows all of them. But yes, okay, that makes more sense now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Shh.
I'm shushing. Tell me what y'all are doing and you're in.
We own the inn now. That's cool.
Oh my
No.
God, deja vu. Um, we're probably resting up. Probably should check in on that bandit that we got. Ooh, we got the third goblin though, right?
Yeah, you have
Yes.
Droop,
Droop.
who seems to be fitting in with Rhodey and Toady a lot because he's carrying a giant pillow.
Adorable. Well, first things first. Guitarist is gonna be like, I got soap, boys. You remember what to do with it?
Nope. What do it,
We need a tub of water,
so
tub of soap.
you show up with soap talking about a tub of water and the goblins will scatter.
We've already washed 2 of them.
Yes, and they didn't like it.
You have to do the third.
Yeah,
It's all
the
about
other
presentation.
so the other two scatter. Rhodey and Toady are gone, but Droop is just standing there like looking at the two of them and looking at you like, why are you looking at me like that?
Great concern.
Greatest of concerns.
Hey. So he's standing in front of you just like, why are you looking at me like that? The other two are like, run! So where, like, the goblins didn't have their own room. They shared a room with one of you, right?
Yes.
Yep,
With
with me.
It ended
Fabio.
up being Fabio because it was originally going to be me, but then he had the dog stay with him, so the goblin stayed with Fabio.
Okay. So
The room's getting a little crowded.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a solution.
well, goblins are small. So, you're like 6'2", blonde mane, and they're little. So but yeah, so you have two goblins hiding in your room, Fabio. You have guitarist is standing there with like a block of soap, and she's like, "We need to fill up the tub." And Droop is standing there looking at her wide-eyed, like, tub. And the dog is even like, "Rrr," and he's like going under the cot that you're laying on.
And Drummer is sneaking by to go downstairs.
Yeah, and in the doorway, you
And,
just see Drummer walking by, like, not getting involved.
Sidestep, yeah, just not dealing with this.
All right. Well, do a little stretch. Oh, well, Droop. Glad to see you made it out and you got well acquainted. Oh wow, dice are rolling. Am I supposed to be able to see that?
Are you testing the new dice to see how they roll?
No, no, that wasn't it. So during the update, they changed the setting. So I have a feeling crits are going to be broken because that's the setting, and the dice tower is suddenly on for me. So I just going to move that over.
Well, Droop, good to see you made it out and you're making some friends. And I want to thank you for helping us clear out the last of those red brands, hauling all this equipment.
So
Did Rhodey and Toady tell you much?
Yes, they said y'all are a group of singers, and that we are your roadies and toadies, and that we just carry stuff and do things for you.
Indeed.
And
Now.
you pay good and you dress us well.
That includes bathing.
What's
and
Droop
soap.
wearing?
What'd you say? I heard bathing.
What's
What did
Droop
you?
wearing?
Droop's not wearing anything. He's a goblin. He's got like a little leather vest and a pillow.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
and he also has a collar, like an oversized collar around his neck.
Does he have shorts or pants on? Please, God.
No.
So, all right. Well, Drew, part of being with our group is branding and presentation.
I don't want to be branded.
Different kind of branding. In terms of we look a certain way, so that way people, favor us a little bit more. Guitarist over here is going to help you with that, but more importantly, and I'm going to reach into my pouch and I'm going to pull out 2 silver pieces and hand it over to him.
To him?
That's your share. Yeah. To Drew. That's your share of yesterday's bounty.
So he like holds up a trembling hand as you go to give him 2 silvers. And as soon as you give it to him, he's like, "Ow!"
What? I just sip my ale as I hear a howl from upstairs and just go back to sipping.
So remember when you found him, he was being treated like a dog.
That's true.
Fair enough.
So he's just howling and like looking at you like
Interesting. Fair enough. Also, later today, we got to get you a backpack and a new outfit, much like Rhodey and Toady have.
like clothes?
Yes, clothes.
Boom. He's like laid out.
You're gonna give
Oh,
him
crap.
Be like, Dobby's.
I didn't mean to kill him with my words.
Strangely enough, though, he falls on the pillow he's carrying.
Dobby's a free elf.
She bought him already. Oh, they're fancy. I get to see them too.
Oh, wow.
I'm jealous.
You should be.
Which dice is that?
I don't know, but it's nice. Wait, oh, everybody could see. Oh, no, I can't. So your dice, do it again.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying the other ones too.
Oh, yeah, everybody could see it on the stream too.
Mine are boring.
I know. Now I don't like my dice.
I used the free special ones, and I was like, "Oh, those are cool because they're different." And now I don't want to play anymore. No, just
Yeah, I don't want to play with her anymore.
Look at these!
I
Uh-huh.
wonder if they do anything special. Like if you were to roll a crit with them, do they do anything even more special?
No, I don't think so. You gonna keep rolling until you get one? We are so distracted now.
Yep, just ignore me.
Wow.
No, we're watching the dice. They're over here for me, so I gotta watch.
Oh, I can change the color of these.
Oh my god.
God.
They're pink now.
And this is what the musical has turned into. Dice roller.
We are now goblins with 2 silver pieces watching the.
Yeah. Right? So
Again, so sad that y'all did silver. I'm like, why are y'all doing silver? Could have gotten away with fucking copper. Now we have to pay up wages.
they don't. Yeah, they probably would know the difference now. Those are amazing, and I am so. Oh my god. Did you buy all of them?
I did. I told you I would.
Okay.
So the one with the stars. This is the force field. These are the magical trails.
Ah, you got to get them to aim for the bottom of the thing so the stream can see them too.
Okay, let's see. This one is the elemental stuff.
Oh, that one's cool.
Oh,
That's the fire. Let's do the light. Oh, it's shiny.
I see. I couldn't read those.
The rings of element.
That one's
That
cool.
one's
That's cool. Yeah, because that one is a lightning. But there's 2 different lightning ones. Oh, this is a different lightning effect. This is still the rings of element.
oh, rip.
And then the magical.
Those are
Let's get this
awesome.
done. These are the auras. Yeah, those are just. And then there's metal ones,
Oh,
which I'm a little sad that they don't sound like actual metal dice rolling.
You mean like they're breaking your table?
Yeah, I want to hear the dings and the chips and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yes.
the metal ones are boring as hell. Okay.
All right. Now that we've all like got sidetracked by the shinies, um, what are we doing with? Okay, so you're trying to
I'm
convince.
convincing Droop to go with guitarist for the bath, and we'll get them all set up.
Bathing ritual.
Well, Droop is fainted, and then you hear from like underneath one of the beds. Told him he should have ran.
It's like really unconscious.
I don't know. He's just laying there. Are you?
It's fine. It's perfect. So I'll grab him and
I was
pick him
gonna
up
say-
by his. Do goblins have scruffs? I can just, like a cat.
Not really. I mean, you can grab him by his neck.
I was gonna say makes him easier to clean. He doesn't fight now. Oh my
He's
God.
also remember he's got a collar on, so the collar's loose around his neck, but you don't see a clasp.
I think that needs to come off. I'm not there. Never mind.
Yeah, you're downstairs drinking. We'll get to you in a minute. Listen, fancy lights. Would you pay attention to what you're doing in the
I
game?
just want to also like. It's great that your dice take away from the depression of the fact that you rolled like 100 times and didn't roll 120.
Yeah, now they're all gonna happen during the game.
Um. So yeah. No, I get. Honestly, she would probably just grab whatever limb is closest to her and just drag him.
Okay.
That is literally what she does.
So he was facing you and he fainted, but he fell to the side on the pillow. So it would be either be an arm or leg. Just pick one.
Just an arm.
Okay.
I won't be that rude. I
All
won't
right.
be that rude.
So you grab him by his arm and start dragging him towards the tub. The tubs were filled up the night before, like when you go to rest. So it's dirty water right now because I'm pretty sure Fabio used it.
Gross, but okay. No, I mean, I'm sure Fabio's water is like, lavender scented fucking rose petals and whatnot.
Yeah, they're still floating
The
around. on
water
the
is
top.
actually
the water,
cleaner.
right? The water's
after
actually
I'm done.
sparkling.
Even better.
Water is clean.
My Feyan essence kind of blesses and cleanses the water.
Yeah, there's glitter
Like a
floating
fucking
around
priest.
on top of it. What's this? My mouse. Stop it. Go away.
I have one of those bath bombs of the month subscriptions. Just comes to me by Animal Messenger.
They look like those dice. That's how they explode when you put them in them.
Nice.
So as you're dragging him, are you paying any attention to him, guitarist? Or
Nah,
you
I'm
just
assuming
kind
he's
of
out.
just you're like, so you hear it like whispered, "You should have ran. You should have ran." And he's like, Fabio, you do see Droop's like head pick up and like look back to like the two goblins underneath the bed and towards you, like, where am I going? And you watch as guitarist like lifts him up by one arm and lets him go into the pool. As soon as he hits the water, he has like a cat who has just been like drenched in a tub. He is
And you grab
trying.
him by the back of the neck and just dunk him in.
He is trying to escape. Roll me some
This is
struggle.
some struggle checks.
Yeah, some strength checks.
Oh God. Okay.
So
That's not me rolling, obviously.
no, that was me. I rolled a 3.
I was gonna say that
Okay.
was too boring of a roll. There we go.
Oh, 16. All right. Oh, 15.
15.
Okay.
Technically, 'cause
So
I-
yeah, so he's not going anywhere. You like latch onto that collar and you're just yanking him on the water, and the whole time he's splashing and screaming like, "No, no, she's killing me! Help, help!" Drummer, you hear this downstairs, and everybody's kind of looking up to the ceiling where the sound is coming from.
None of my business. Just, I just sink further into my seat a little bit and just.
So
I feel like I'm doing a little hair of the dog at the moment, like trying. I'm not in any way ready to deal with any of that, so I'm just.
he's like, "No, this is not happening right now." So Elsa, wait, not Elsa. Yes, Elsa. Elsa will come over and like look at you, and she's like, "Is everything okay?" Elsa's the barmaid.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine. It sounds like when I passed by, they were talking about making sure that the goblins were cleaned. They're not fans of water.
Oh, and like on cue, you can hear water splashing around and like dripping through the floorboards.
Sorry, but we try not to have. I guess you wouldn't really want stinky goblins running around.
um, well, before your arrival, no, we wouldn't want any goblins running around. But since you guys have, like, since your troop showed up, we're realizing maybe they're not so bad.
I wouldn't randomly trust goblins. Just
So you have now confused Elsa completely, but you probably
Well,
just saved the town.
yeah. Don't. I don't take this as a normality. If you see goblins, it's best not to. Just
Not to.
steer clear of them.
You hear like a grumpy old voice from across the room sitting at the table. You remember him as the old farmer. He's like, "Ain't that the truth? Nothing but strangeness with these folk."
You still here?
It's morning breakfast, yes. Why you still here?
We're staying here.
Oh, well, I'm eating here. Elsa's like, don't mind him. His missus passed on a few years ago. He's been a regular since.
Gotcha. Goes back to sipping.
Now you hear in a crack of your voice, ain't no business of his. All right. So Guitar is back up at the pond. I mean the tub. You are giving Droop a bath, and in the beginning he struggled and struggled, and he finally wore himself out. So he's just sitting there, like defeated. His ears just flop down, and he just, as you wash him.
Speaking of ears, I make sure I scrub them very well. Dunk him under the water a few times, get him all sudsy with his clothes on because they're dirty too. Might as well, kill two birds with one bathtub. And then once he's clean to my satisfaction, I take him out, I give him a little shake, and throw a towel over him. It's like, okay, you're done.
She got him by the collar, like. All right, so he just still looks defeated. The other two have come out finally, realizing that they're not going to be victims, and they're like making fun of him. Droop's like, "Stop it, leave me alone. I don't like it." And the other two are just like, "She got us too, man. We feel for you. It'll be okay."
It'll pass.
It'll pass.
This too shall pass. So the goblins are bonding over the fact that you have violated them. Fabio, what are you doing?
I'm making a mental note of the shopping list, as well as taking a look at this lovely little pamphlet. Oh, the college in Neverwinter. Soon we'll have enough money to go back, get properly trained. And I'm just staring at this image of a glamour bard that they put on the cover of this pamphlet, being like, "Yeah, that'll be me one day. That's where I'm heading."
It's the type of drawing that if he's smiling and his teeth glimmer.
With a little shine.
That would be their pamphlet.
Bling. All right, so as you see this going on, you also notice that the goblins in the corner are like showing each other weapons. They're like, "Oh, you should try this one." The weapons are obviously oversized for them, so their short swords are like two-handed swords for them.
Mm-hmm.
But they are like, "No, try this one," and they're going back and forth trying out different weapons. And then they're showing Droop their fancy clothes and how they've been dressed, and he's like, He doesn't seem thrilled by the clothing, but he's like, all right, I guess I'll try it. So then of course they're showing each other coins.
And teeth. They all have gold teeth
They
now.
each have a gold
Yes,
tooth.
they have
yeah.
gold. Well, Droop doesn't have a gold tooth.
Yeah, I gave him one.
Oh, you did give
Rhino
him
had
one?
3.
Yeah.
Oh,
There was 3, and I was holding on to one because so it wasn't uneven. And then once we got Droop, I just gave him the golden tooth.
Oh, okay. So then, yes, they are all showing. They're showing each other their treasures.
I don't know. I don't remember which one, but one of them made it into a necklace or something.
That was Rhodey. I think Rhodey has it as a necklace.
I know one of them did.
Yeah. I just forgot that you gave one to Droop as well, because I know you sent them outside, but I didn't remember you gave him a tooth.
It was after, yeah, it was after we were out.
So
We have the cart, but do we have something to pull the cart?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No,
Oh.
no. They took, so they let you keep the cart, but they took the oxen that were pulling it because that was what's his name's hold on, give me a second.
Rockseeker?
No, Barthen's. It was Barthen's oxes that he had loaned to Rockseeker. Technically the cart is his too, but they figure you're not gonna get too far with it because you don't have anything to pull it.
Oh,
We got 3 goblins. What are you talking about?
They're not beast of burden. My God.
are there cows in any of these pastures?
No. No. They grow stuff. They don't raise animals.
And there's no stable here, or at least none that we've come across yet?
So part of Barthen's provision has a stable, but it's just the 2 oxen right now. And that's it. Nobody else is like a stabler. Like
So you're saying that this is strictly an agricultural community and none of them do animal husbandry?
Agricultural and mining. And there is one yeah, agricultural and mining. So those are the 2 job choices, unless you're one of like the shop owners.
Seems unbalanced.
Why?
Well, I mean, shouldn't they have like some chickens and some cows for some milk to make cheese and eggs?
No, because I know this
Get goat.
party, and I'm not putting like random animals floating around.
Yeah, there's goats. That makes cheese and milk.
No goats, no.
Or sheep.
Why are you trying to fill my parcel of land with animals? No, there's no animals. They hunt or they grow fruit. These are gatherers, not hunters.
Just saying.
Did anyone seem like a ranger?
From the people you met, roll me an insight check.
Please, God, don't tell me it's the old man.
You roll. There was one person that may have been, but they didn't stay long. They kind of watched what was going on and left. But the reason you think that they may have been is they showed up with 2 matching swords when you were fighting the Red Baron in the streets. They also had like silver hair.
Male, female, androgynous.
Human, elf, dwarf.
I am pretty sure they are male.
And they're human because it's all humans there except for like one small family of halflings.
Nope. You have met an elf. You have met halflings. And this one also had slightly tapered ears. So you think maybe a half elf.
He's not a real elf then. Got it.
And it is a male. Just making sure.
Are you hating on elves right now?
No, I would never.
Sounded like you were.
Sounded, yeah.
Oh wait, you're downstairs. I was gonna be one of the goblins, like trying to like provoke you, but never mind. All right, so the goblins are wandering out. They have left the room. One of the things you remember about the goblins is they are trying to tame Vin. Vin is bigger than the goblins, so a lot of times he just like takes a paw and knocks them to the ground, like holds them in place, which they think is the best thing ever because they think it means that Vin likes them. To the animal observer, it looks like Vin's about to eat them. Goblins don't realize that though, because they're used to dealing with wolves, and Vin is way calmer than wolf. So that calmness
not
comes
actually eating them.
right. So that calmness comes across to them as he likes us. We're going to be able to ride him soon, and Vin is not having any of it. So that's what's going on with it. But the three of them though seem to have Vin at a disadvantage. So now when the three of them are together, he kind of just skates out of like the way. Drummer, you're downstairs. You are served. Well, you were served an ale because you were already drinking. Did you and food, anything you want? Elsa will be very attentive. You seem to have fans. People nod at you. They wave hello. They're like, "Hello, drummer person," because we don't know your name. And except for Nareth just doesn't like you. That's the grumpy old man.
I don't think he likes anyone.
It appears that way. Like people like, "Hey, morning, Nareth. Ah, what's good about it?"
I'm just looking at my pamphlet while I eat and I drink.
You're looking. You're looking at your pamphlet too. Okay.
But as soon as if I notice anyone comes downstairs, I'll put it in like my.
All right. So you see the goblins come downstairs, and Elsa kind of like she doesn't jump away from them, but she does like straighten up a little bit, and she's like, good morning, little green people," and they're just chatting along in Goblinese as they walk out the door.
See, then I'm. Oh, that shouldn't go bad at all.
No.
Pulls pamphlet back out and just.
All right. So Fabio and Guitars, you two are left alone like the dirty water, and Vin.
Okay. Well, that was a good night's sleep. Ooh. I had a dream last night.
Oh, what kind of dream?
A dream about
As she's like bringing her tunic with like water and extra stuff.
I had a dream about the next step in our mission to get more recognition and money.
Ooh. So she's listening, wide-eyed and innocent.
I think we should make a single, like a demo, enchant an item with one of our songs, and then sell it. That way people could just hear our music wherever they wanted. And I hold up the little golden earring with a ruby. I think this is the first thing I'm going to do.
How do you enchant items?
Last night, my deity came to me, and we had a good little chat. She's liked some of the stuff we've done, but has requested that I put a little bit more beauty and life out into the world. Lately, I've been kind of, diminishing it, so trying to get some balance. And so she taught me about how to enchant an item with a magic mouth, or a mouth that is magic, that can be imbued with a couple sentences, and then it can be triggered later on, either by a verbal component, or just by getting close to it. So I was thinking we could get a few items together and we could enchant them with a song and then sell them at our shows for the wealthy patrons that, just want to hear us when we're not around.
That's so cool. I've never had a dream with a deity before. I mean, like, is that how they contact you? Through dreams and stuff? That's
Suni has
amazing.
often contacted me through dreams, or at least I was not conscious. But generally, yeah.
Huh. So does that make you um, like, like, like divine or something? Like a messenger?
And I stand up, make myself a little taller, put on a smile. I'm always divine.
Oh my god.
She just stares at you like wonder and twinkles in her eyes, like, oh gosh,
As
you
he gets like
totally
a little
are.
faint aura almost.
So she reaches out and like, clutches her hands like, oh my gosh, we gotta tell drummer. We gotta do this right away.
I know. Let's go.
Okay.
Cut to
Oh,
the
oh,
scene of drummer staring at his pamphlet and hearing down the stairs.
Tucking it away.
drummer! Drummer! We have
Yes.
divine presents. Presents?
Like
Present?
as in gifts, or presence as in someone being present.
Both.
Yes.
Okay, what's this about?
She looks back over at Fabio's like, uh, messenger of a goddess and beauty and music and she already forgot most of the details, but she was super excited. That's what she remembers.
So
A dream
Elsa,
last night.
so Elsa's standing there holding a tray with food on it, like on her shoulder. But as soon as Fabio comes into the room, she just stops and just like,
Do you still have your glow effect on? Is that what's going on, Fabio?
Oh, I
You talking
haven't
about
used my
Fabio?
full glow effect yet.
Fabio always has a glow about him, right?
yeah, he's always got a glow. So she,
I just see that, and just again another. No trouble should come from that.
yeah. But yeah, so she is like struck dumb as soon as you like start talking and walk into the room, and you hear like grumbling from the corner as Nartha's like, am I gonna get that while it's still warm? And she kind of snaps out of it and runs over to him. I was like, why you gotta be so mean? He's like, I like hot food.
Like I was Narth.
That's Narth, yes.
That's what Fabio's gonna do. He's gonna win him over. Watch.
That is the new quest line.
So Trilina is behind the bar. The young man who usually runs the bar has what is his name? I forgot his name. Toblin. Toblin is not there. Trilina, his wife, is running the bar today. She is also kind of looking at Fabio, like leaning on the bar, just like googly eyeing him from the bar. But she, like, while Elsa has that innocent, like, starstruck thing, Trilina is looking at him more like, he's a snack.
I feel.
Yeah, you can feel the heat on your butt. Yeah,
So I'm assuming that I get some more details on this thing that you were talking about, and my first comment's going to be, we should probably not refer to it as a magic mouth. For starters, I think it could be misleading. But aren't we supposed to go find? We need to go find Spider, their castle, and get back get back Guitarist's sugar daddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely the next plan.
Oh, and the goblins walked out the front door. I don't know where they went.
Like almost on cue, you hear like screaming in the street.
Yeah, that's probably good. Oh, and we got to stop by the town hall or whatever to get what's his face out of lockup.
The bassist?
Yes.
I thought you were the bassist.
I'm a drummer.
Not you. Can't keep recruiting members. It's gonna be like 10 of you. I can't do 10 voices.
It'll never end.
All right.
Technically, you just need like 2 voices, one for the humans, one for the goblins.
Right. So while
Still
you
have Speak for Animals to work on that Vin voice.
oh god. So while you guys oh Craigie.
And this is why he didn't allow any animals in this town.
Shaggy.
So while you were explaining to Drummer like your whole thing about Magic Mouth and everything, you do hear a scream in the street. Not like just a woman's like, oh my goodness. And if you could hear like traffic and siren sounds, that would be the next group of sounds you would hear as Frida comes walking in with your 3 goblins in tow. And she has, in her right hand, she has them by their ears. So they're like heads are pressed together and she has their ears pinched together. And then she has the third one on her left hand, like by its ear. And she comes walking, bringing more, and they're like, ow, ow, ow.
I think those are ours.
I believe they are. I am returning them. They showed up at my shop demanding clothing.
Oh. Yeah, that one's my bad. I said we were going to go shopping for some supplies, deck them out. My apologies, Frida. So sorry. It was a miscommunication on my part, and I will definitely work to rectify the situation. Thank you for being so generous and bringing them back immediately.
So she kind of looks at you and your like smooth words. Hold on, I gotta roll her insight. She's a regular human. Let me just roll a number. Yeah. So she kind of looks at you, looks over at Guitarist, and like gives Guitarist the like knowing woman look. Like, is he always like this?
Huh?
Poor child. She looks back at you and she kind of like thrusts the goblins forward, but like they're still on their feet. She's not lifting them, but she like thrusts them forward by their ears. They're like, ow, ow, ow. Can we kill her? Can we stab her? Can we cut her? She's like, but they,
No.
in their defense, they have not drawn weapons, but they're so thinking about it.
I mean, that's huge growth right there.
She's like, she won't take our money, boss. We just wanted it. We wanted to get Droop a nice outfit. We thought he deserved one too. He looks left out and he's half naked, and I'm tired of looking at his thing.
And I pulled out the shopping list. See? Look at here. Nice outfit for Droop. It's number 2 on the list, right after backpack for Droop. Then there's also food, rope, some basic supplies. But would you guys like some caltrops?
You're gonna give them caltrops. Great.
I feel like the whole bar is now aware of the
hold
fact
on.
that he's not wearing pants.
Oh. So okay, so when you say caltrops, they're all like, "Ooh, caltrops!" So they all know what they are. But you could see Droop is like looking at the list you're holding up, and he's got running a finger, and is like, "Oh yeah, it's right here." And they're like, "You can read?" He's like, "Nope."
Guitarist says the
Oh,
same thing
okay.
too. Oh,
I was gonna be slightly worried if he could read.
He's like,
Well, staff in disguise.
he's like, I could see the pictures. So the other
Little
two
do
are
we
like,
know that Fabio can't write. He just does pictures.
right.
Backpack. They're actually halfway. It's like a Blue's Clues notepad backpack, like drawing it out. And
So at this point, Frida will give Fabio another look like, in my day, and she will like head towards the door.
did she drop our goblins?
Yeah,
Did she release our goblins? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
she pushed
Making
them
sure.
towards you, and she headed for the door, and she's like, "Well, you know where my shop is. If you need anything, you know how to find me, but make sure you keep them in control."
I mean, they didn't do anything untoward.
Right.
Untoward?
they didn't
What
act
exactly
normal.
did they do
They didn't
that
act like
was
normal
so
goblins.
wrong?
Well, we went to we went to look at the clothes, and there was some people and that mean woman, and we were looking and we were inspecting the clothes. I don't think she liked us inspecting.
When you say inspecting, were you putting on the clothes?
Droop goes, no, he looked under her dress.
Hmm.
Oh goodness.
Probably not the best way to inspect something.
Well, we wanted to see what was under there. She's poofy.
I might have to suggest not doing that.
Oh boys.
I don't understand.
You what is under there is basically a dragon. You're lucky to be alive.
Did you see the dragon? I didn't see the dragon. Wait a minute. Do they all have dragons? And they all turn and look at guitarists.
I wear pants. I wear pants.
There's only dragons under the dresses.
Oh.
That's why they're poofy.
You hear laughter from across the room from North, who's like,
Drummer is getting up and starting to walk away from this conversation.
So don't look under dresses unless you want to get attacked by underdressed dragons.
Underdressed dragons. But boss, if they're under the dresses, wouldn't they be really little dragons? We could take them and make them pets like Vin, and then we can ride them into battle. Wing goblins of death! Ah! And all the goblins like run back out the door.
The amount of jokes
Creation
I could
monster.
make the amount of jokes I could make right now.
Okay, better go after the goblins. My goodness.
Oh my.
So
Go shopping.
You guys run out the door and they're just running around the street like with their arms out like they're flying at each other. Like I'm a dragon.
Just a deep
Oh,
breath.
look at our impromptu performance.
Yeah, most people. So at this time of day, most people are like heading to the mines or to their farms. So there's very few people like actually watching what's going on, except for some of the shop owners. So you do see across the way, you do see that at the shrine, you see the elf lady tending to the shrine. Because I remember I can't say her name, and we all make fun of me, and I don't like it.
Gadriel?
Sister. Yes, Gariel. She's a sister. Anyway, she's tending to the thing, and she's watching, like, she's standing there, like, filling up, like, pots, and they're, like, overflowing now, because she's watching the goblins pretend to be little dragons running around in the town square. Frida, who is headed towards her shop, is just watching, like shaking her head and turning around again, just like goblins, Phantom. We have goblins.
And once I walk out and see that they're playing dragon, will just chuckle a little bit, and with by taking out my hand, I will speak a pseudo dragon into existence using minor illusion to kind of appear in between them. And just like it says, just a static image of a pseudo dragon.
So they like running around playing. You make the pseudo dragon appear, which is basically just a small dragon, and they all kind of like look at it and they're like, "Run!" And they scatter in 3 different directions.
That's exactly how I expected it to go out.
I'm glad I could oblige you. A pseudo dragon to a. Okay, so a pseudo dragon to a goblin is about half the size of a goblin.
Yep, makes sense.
That's like throwing a giant rat at me or a rhino.
I'm just like, oh, I could do that, but I think it would hurt people.
Throw a rat at them?
No, the dragon. If I did that, it would hurt them.
Oh yeah, no. They just start running. They start running.
Because the only way I can make it appear is with phantasmal force, so it would hurt whoever it is that I made see it.
Oh, that's not good. All right, so Guitarist, you're watching this shenanigans go on. Sister Gariel is watching, and like she finally realizes that she's spilling stuff on her hand and pauses, dries her hands off, looks over at you, and she's like, "Good morning."
Oh, hello.
Hi. Perhaps a word?
Oh, okay. She looks back at everyone and we're gonna do words, and then gets closer to the sister.
As you walk over to her, she sets down the things she was working on. She kind of drapes an arm around you. So, Gariel's for an elf is like very statuesque, and she puts her arms around you. So I don't know how tall you are, but she's probably just a little bit taller than you, like motherly. And she leads you away from the boys. She says, "I see that you have quite a name for yourself since you arrived here."
I mean, we're growing around. We're mostly underground right now, but we hope to go mainstream one day.
She seems a bit perplexed. She says, "Well, then, I hope you find your stream and it grows into a grand river, I think. But while you're here performing your heroics, perhaps you might take on a little task for me."
Like what kind of task?
Um, I have. Wait, I just got like totally sidetracked because I was watching the chat. Why did the messages in the chat suddenly just disappear? It says it was deleted by me.
Why would you?
Because I tried to post the link and your moderator was like, nope, and then I'm like timed out.
Oh, okay. That like I just saw it like flash up, and I'm like, "What did you just do?"
I broke your shit.
I don't have a moderator.
There's an auto moderator if you turn with Twitch where you have it selected that people can't share links.
Oh, well, we should fix that. What were you trying to share?
Oh, the clip about me wearing pants.
Oh, how do I get you to do that? I want to see the clip.
Forget about it for now. Forget about it for now.
Okay, all right. Back to what I was talking about. So she's talking to you, and she's like talking low and quietly, and you do see that she's now and then checking back on what the boys are doing. And she says, um, I would like you to visit someone, an old acquaintance, and see if she would be willing to relinquish a certain item.
Like services that do fetching of items to bring back, like they dash from one door to the other.
Um, I no. Usually, we call those adventurers.
Oh, okay, okay.
And your little group seems to be very adventurous while musical and talented.
Why, thank you. We appreciate that.
Yes. I enjoy the glittery one's talks ever so much.
Right? He has such a way with words.
He does. Very eloquent. But seeing that you are looking to make a name for yourselves so you can get into that stream, perhaps you would be interested. I can pay you. There would be rewards, perhaps a potion or two.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, we'll totally take on another gig.
Gig. There's that word again. Well then, so I would like you to go to the woods by the Croneberry. The Croneberry is not too far. It's a few days' travel to the northeast.
Wait. Hold on. Fabio told me to do a thing. Um, so she like goes into her pocket and pulls out a piece of paper and like some like crude writing utensil. Okay, could you tell me this again as she starts writing it down?
Okay.
Memory issues.
So she repeats that she would like you to go to the Croneberry and
Cranberry. Okay.
seek out Agatha.
Agatha.
Yes. I would like you to retrieve a spell book from her.
Bell. Look. Uh-huh.
You should know Agatha is a very angry individual, and she is what we call a banshee.
How do you spell banshee?
Band she.
Something tells me that you phonetically did not do that correctly.
She spells it Banshee.
Oh, I did CHE.
Um, hold on, I gotta make sure. So she looks at you to see if you have any recognition of Banshee, and when you don't, she almost grins a little to herself, and she says, "She will require a gift, so give her this." And she pulls out a silver comb.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh. So she like takes it in her mouth because her hands are full of with paper and pencil.
She's just like, oh. She's like you do that. She's like,
Okay, so she writes down the last instruction of give the silver comb.
She says, yes, if you can appeal to her vanity of her beauty in her former life, maybe she will part with the book. If not, you may just have to take it.
We got that. Yeah. By the way, there is now a notes that says gig, and literally just everything Tara's just wrote down.
Perfect.
Okay, so once she finishes writing that down, she puts that in her pocket. She takes the silver comb out. She looks at it. It's like, okay, puts it in her pocket as well.
Okay. So she smiles and kind of pats you on the shoulder and says, be brave, but beware. Agatha she is a tough one. I saw her
Do I
out
need to write
myself,
this down?
but no, this is just advice.
Oh, okay.
She like walks away. Roll me a perception check.
Perception.
Why did I feel like this wasn't going to be? Why is the holy person's going to send us on a death march?
Get to see my dice. I'm so sad.
So, right, because you rolled in the tower. So, when you like, she walks away, you hear her mumble something in Elven, but it's a phrase you haven't heard before.
Hold on.
How far are we?
I know Elvish. You
I-
have to tell me what the phrase is.
I don't have to tell you what the phrase is. You know she spoke it, but it was one of those phrases you didn't like. You're like, what the hell does she mean?
You're blessed.
Bless your heart type of thing.
Bless your heart. That's what I was
kind of
gonna
a bless
say.
your heart type of thing. Yeah, it's
That's
like,
what I was
it
going
was
to
more
say.
like, this bitch is gonna die. No.
I'm so hurt.
Well, no, you didn't hear her because you rolled like a 2 on your perception.
Whatever.
So I gave you the opportunity. Anyway, so no, you two are chasing around goblins, and she purposely like pulled her to the side. So she says, "If you return safely, I will begin concocting some potions for you. I will have one for you and each of your friends. Not your retainers." She kind of motions towards the goblins who are still pretending they're bees.
Dragons.
They're flying around erratically. They're bees.
Okay, fine, whatever. I won't argue.
It makes sense, actually.
Oh, there was one more piece of information she would have told you. I forgot to tell you. The name of the person's spellbook is Bow Gentle, so you could add that to your note. I think when I got sidetracked with everything, I forgot to. I didn't include it.
Oh, gentle?
Bow Gentle. Yes, that's the person's name.
I'm going to say the spellbook is named Bo Gentle.
That's fine.
It's good enough.
Yeah, it's good enough. As long as I'm pretty sure all the information I gave you, y'all are gonna twist somehow when you get there anyway. So I'm not worried.
No, no, it's written down. There's evidence of it.
Yes, and I could imagine when the banshee comes to address you, you're gonna be like, "Hold! I lost the note."
What is it that I have to do?
It could happen. It could happen.
I've been sent to steal your vanity. Like, just mixes the mixes the options up.
You come and unfold the rest of the note. Oh wait, no, peel to your vanity. Okay, you two, you round up your goblins while this conversation's going on. You finally get them all rounded up, and you lead them over to Frida's. So Frida has a small place not too far from I think the Lion Shield Coaster. Yes, just near the Lion Shield Coaster. So it's a smaller building, but you can see like there is a glass front. There's not mannequins, but dresses and outfits just kind of hanging in the windows. You could smell like yarn and cotton, and you could see one of those dress mannequins with actual like outfits being worked on it, and you could see Frida kind of running back and forth inside. The goblins, like, they get to the door and they're like, "She don't like us, boss. We don't really want to go in there. She's got a dragon between her legs."
Yeah, yeah. Even I'm a little concerned, but gentlemen, if you trust me and my sense of fashion and wait out here and be good, just stay in front. Don't go checking any underdressed dragons. Patience.
Toadie's
Virtue.
like, "But I want to see a dragon." And Rhodey smacks him in the back of the head. He's like, "Oh, to breathe on you and you'll be dead. But I would have got to seen a dragon." Droop's like, he's got a point.
Well, if
Drummer's
that's how
just
you
sitting-
want to go.
Drummer's just standing behind them, looking at Fabio, just going like agreeing with the goblins, but not in their line of sight. Like,
So, fine, we'll stand out here. We'll be good. Jump, goblins, assume your positions. They all kind of like stand at attention and pull out swords.
Okay, put the no swords. You don't need to attack anything.
Oh, they sheath them. Sadly, we'll just
This is just a recon. You stay out here and you observe and have a report ready for me about what you saw. No attacking, intelligence gathering, just scouting.
Oh,
We have to scout the locations we perform. We need to know about the people and stuff like that. But don't go anywhere. Stand here and what you can see.
Got it. And they give you a salute. So you walk inside and talk to Frida. Drummer, are you going with him? Drummer?
yeah, I'll go
Okay.
in there with them. Why not?
Okay.
I'm
so-
not going to stand out there with the goblins. I feel like that's going to, I mean, it's probably going to end bad anyways, but
Just remember what you told them to do. So, Drummer, you go inside with Fabio, and the two of you walk in. Frida immediately looks over at Fabio and then looks past him, seeing you. And she looks past you and does see the goblin. She's like, very well. What can I do for you?
Oh, well. You see, my most recent performance kind of tattered up this vestment of mine and just come to peruse your shop. I saw it had some fine cloth. As well as, unfortunately, you met our newest member. He has not been quite properly dressed, and looking to get him some clothing. That way he is a little bit more societally acceptable in his presentation.
like having
Frida,
pants.
would you be able to help me with this?
Well, you've come to the finest weaver on the trail. The Tribor Trail, that is. And now that we have exchanged pleasantly, let's get down to brass tacks. What exactly are you looking for? The goblins are very small. I don't have too much fancy, but I do have some children's clothes. Maybe it's like the weekend best for church services, perhaps. But nothing as magnificent as you. Yeah,
Well, I
drummer.
would hate for them
She's
to
landed on
upstage me.
thick, and you could tell she's like, there's a little bit of contempt in her like voice.
I laugh like to myself slightly as I'm just like walking around looking at stuff. Like, I'm just like,
It's like every now and then you hear a snicker from like behind a coat rack. So the two of you are going back and forth, and you can
it
eventually
almost
base
seems like they're having a pissing competition on who's more luxurious,
glamorous. Yeah,
glamorous. Yes.
which one of them is more of a glamour bard?
And how long have we gone back and forth?
So you'll go back and forth for a few minutes, exchange. Like she'll say, "Oh, perhaps a nice, fine, like filigree down the side." And you're like, "No, no, no. It would be better in a horizontal pattern to accentuate my chest." So you're like going back and forth, just talking nonsense. The drummer's just like, "What?" And you're lost in the whole conversation of like fineries and how to dress and what styles. And drummer, you hear from outside, "Hey, you, come here. We need to
Oh, no.
gather some of your intelligence." You hear like, "Stay away from me, you crazy little goblins." You,
Oh no,
you recognize North's voice.
I don't go outside.
So, Guitars, you see this happening.
I go outside though.
So you go out, so you go outside and you see the goblins like running, like, well, they run up to North and they're holding on to him. It's like, no, we just gotta ask you questions. What's your name? Who are you? What do you do? How old are you? Do you like porridge? And he's like, get off!
Why,
Get off!
why the porridge? I don't understand.
They said to gather intelligence, they're gonna ask about stuff they know.
Okay. But you said Guitar saw this, right?
Yeah, you see them like basically jump this old man.
Okay. She will, I guess, do like a whistle thing and be like, "Oi, get over here! Come over here."
So you whistle, and they look at him, and as they like see you, and they're like, "We gotta go." But what about that porridge? Like cinnamon.
Oh my god.
And they come over to you, and they're like standing around, and they're like, "Hello, bossette."
So she kind of, leans down, like, "What's going on? What's happening?"
Well, Blonde Boss said we should find out about people's informations. We were supposed to gather intelligence and do some scouting, and that old man walked by us. So we did some gathering. He doesn't like porridge, and he's like 72, and he's a minor, but he's very strong for his age. Yeah, and you see like Droop holding his chin, like, yeah, he's really strong.
How did you know he was 72 and a minor?
He told us.
Oh,
We think.
okay.
He was carrying an axe when we first saw a pickaxe when we first saw him, and he looked like he was 72. Yes.
Oddly perceptive.
You've seen North. North doesn't look like he's 72 years old.
Okay, I was gonna say, I wonder how accurate that information is. But isn't he a farmer?
What?
Isn't North a farmer?
Yes. Wasn't carrying a pickaxe either. Carrying a hoe.
This is going to be the finest of intelligence.
The two of you quickly gathered that the goblins are not very good at gathering intelligence, and North didn't tell them shit. But they're trying to make an impression because they want to impress the blonde boss.
Oh, okay, cool.
And you're the bossette, and he's the little boss.
that could be good information.
I'm the last one in charge, and I am okay with that. Hence why I'm always back.
You gotta be more subtle with these things, like talk slowly and let them talk first or most of it. And if you have problems remembering, maybe if you write it down on a piece of paper and she pulls out her little note and pencil like this, sometimes it's important and you don't want to forget.
We have to learn how to write, boys.
Oh my god. That's a little bit, that's some key information there that
She was like, you're on your own. So they're listening to you just like, And Drummer, you kind of like watch this interaction because you're there as well. Fabio, you're inside purchasing clothing. You go back and forth negotiating, having this whole conversation, and eventually you will settle on whatever it is you want. But you need to tell me like how fancy it is, because if you're getting something really, really decorative, it might take a few days. For the goblin, she just whips something up real quick, like puts a couple of things together that was like children's clothes that she already had on display, so no big deal. But if you want anything really custom, it's going to take a few days. Also, depending on what you want and what you finally agree to, is going to be how much it costs.
Have to look up the cost of fine clothes.
Okay, so for the regular clothes and common clothes, I think is what, a gold piece? No, it's not a gold piece.
Common is 5 silver.
5, so it's half a gold. Okay. So
fine is 15 gold. But during this whole process, I wanted to try out try a little something. So that's while engaging and talking with her, I was going to poetically describe one of her set pieces.
are you trying to use one of your abilities?
Yeah,
Which one?
enthralling performance.
Okay. All right. So I don't believe so let me roll some percentile dice.
He has to spend an hour with that person performing in some manner, and they become
If I perform for at least 1 minute, I can attempt to inspire wonder in your audience by singing, reciting a poem, or dancing. At the end of the performance, choose a number of humanoids within 60 feet of you who watched and listened to all of it up to a number equal to your charisma modifier, which would currently be 3. Each target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC or be charmed by you.
Okay.
While charmed in this way, the target idolizes you, it speaks glowingly of you to anyone who talks to it, and it hinders anyone who opposes you, although it avoids violence unless it was already inclined to fight on your behalf. The effect wears off after an hour. It takes damage. I attack it. It witnesses me attacking or damaging an ally. And if it succeeds, it's not charmed, but it never knows I tried to charm it.
Okay, so it never knows. All right.
Yeah.
So
Never knows.
So what do I have to roll to pass?
Well, the odd thing is the way it's encoded says a DC of 10, but that sounds really low.
It didn't code right. I had to change mine, so it should be.
So a lot of times when you add something, you have to fix either the base stat or you actually have to click on it one time and it'll fix it. But I rolled a dice because Frieda is an NPC, so there's nothing for you to roll it on.
I think it should be 13 though.
Yeah, if it has
13 is what I got when I switched it.
Yeah, so there you go. All right, so you're talking with her, and you're basically going back and forth talking about clothes and finery styles from Waterdeep and Neverwinter, and she's talking about Southern fashions and how they're better, and just going back and forth. And you 5 are outside, like guitarist is entertaining the goblins and teaching them how to like conduct espionage, and drummer's just watching, going, "You really teaching them this shit?" And you go into like a whole poetic thing about like one of her display pieces, and you could just see her melt as you're talking and complimenting her. And so she's like touching you overly much, like rubbing your shoulders and being like, "You're so perceptive." And her snide little bit is gone. She is singing and like sing song voice, and she's like, "You're so perceptive." Oh.
You are such an amazing weaver. Do you weave this fabric yourself?
Oh. Flutter, flutter.
I'm so glad I left. I am so glad I left.
So yeah. So you're at the point that you basically have her enthralled, and you could probably get her to do pretty much anything, but also like her whole facade of like being better than you is like just gone. So you also that tension there is also gone. She is probably twice your age in human years, but she doesn't seem to care at this point. So you do with that what you will. Outside, goblins are asking you about dragons and how to question people, and they're trying it out on drummer. It's like,
oh, I'm the best one to try that on. Yeah.
So they kind of walk up to him and it's like, "All right, you get him. You ask him. All right, you ask him. Hello, fine sir." And it's very robotic and like out of place. He's like, "I am Toady. Who might you be?"
She's going, the background, like, keep going.
Drummer. I'm assuming I clearly understand that they're trying to practice this.
Yeah, they're practicing, and they're like giving each other grief as well. He's like Droop every now and then seems to forget what they're doing. So he's like, "That's the little boss," and they're like, it's like,
Oh, we have the Three Stooges with us. Fantastic.
so, but yeah, they are practicing asking questions, and every time they get encouragement from guitarists, they seem like giddy with themselves because they're so happy. And when you answer one of the questions, they're like, "Yeah," and they look back at her like, "He answered us." And this goes on for a while because somebody's inside seducing an old woman, and he needs an hour to do it.
She's not
No,
old.
I need
She's
1 minute.
mature.
1 minute.
1
yeah.
minute.
I thought
It
it was.
lasts
I
for
thought
an
you.
hour.
Oh, it lasts for an hour. Okay, so I'm sorry. I thought you needed a whole hour. I heard it backwards.
No,
Alright.
I only have to perform for 1 minute.
But then he has an hour too to get whatever he wants.
Okay, so yeah, so you can pretty much do whatever you want in there. Now, she's not gonna go against her better instincts, so she might give you like discounts, but she's not gonna like ruin her business either, right?
Correct. She would just be a big fan of his, pretty much.
Right. She would be a big fan. Yeah. Right now, yeah, she's like you can
Like if someone spoke ill of him, she would defend him and verbally defend him, unless she was otherwise like.
Well, I'm just gonna put it this way: you definitely have awoken the dragon. How's that?
Excellent.
So yeah, you like I said, you tell me what you want to get out of that now because that's as far as I'm taking it.
Oh, I would like to get a set of fine clothes for myself that she prepares with a little extra attention to detail. After all, those hands of hers, and I take them, those are the hands of a true master craftswoman. Like, I almost feel bad asking you to work these, but they're just so good at what they do.
Okay.
And one of these kind of everyday, slightly not quite the Sunday's best for going to, a temple, but more like where you would take the kids' clothing for our newest member, Drew. And once again, my dear, my deepest apologies for them just coming in and generally being a nuisance to you.
Oh, you
should have a lovely day.
Yeah, she ensures you that you are no nuisance. She goes every chance she gets to touch your like biceps and muscles and all that other stuff. Very touchy feely all of a sudden. She'll guarantee you everything and she will set a price of basically 11 gold for what you ask.
Will hand over the 11 gold.
And she will get it done for you as soon as humanly possible. Well,
Thank you.
for the kids' clothes, you can take that with you. But for your outfit, it'll take a few days. And since you are fantastic and all that, she doesn't need a deposit from you. Just pay when you come to pick it up.
I'll give her the money now.
Okay, that's fine. That's up to you. She's not asking for it. And she almost seems like flustered that you're like paying her now, and she kind of like makes an offhand comment about paying in other ways.
My dear, you scare me. You definitely look like you would best me at just about anything.
You have no idea.
And with that, I'll lay the 11 gold pieces down in her hand and kind of cup her hand in between my two, pull it away, walk towards the door with the clothes, and just look back longingly.
She's looking at the door like...
Freya, parting, such sweet sorrow. But never worry, for on the morrow we shall meet again. Have a great day. And out I walk.
You can hear like her as you walk out the door. All right. So you see these five standing in the middle of the street, and the goblins appear to be harassing Drummer. Vin is laying down on the porch of the door you just walked out of, and Guitarist is like giving thumbs up and encouraging words to the goblins as you walk over. And they're like, Blonde Boss, look! And they go, Hi, sir! And they start going through the robotic questioning of you.
I just take another big breath. Like,
and they just start rumbling off questions. And some of the questions is like, do you like autumn? Do you prefer grubs on your toast? I mean, just some weird ass questions. Things that only goblins would know.
oh my god.
Well done. That is some very decent intelligence gathering. Later on, we will sit down and workshop a list of questions for new places, like what kind of music do they like? What are their favorite kind of snacks for when we cater a event? You know,
Oh.
do they like a performing art rather than song? Would they like a little bit of theater? Maybe a rendition of one of our exploits.
So you're using all these like big words at them, and they're just looking at you going, okay. And then they all look at guitars like.
She's also looking kind of confused about some of these words too.
Drummer's just glad that the questioning's over.
Oh, and Droop,
Yes, sir.
come over here, please.
Put some pants.
He looks at you and just kind of goes, like he's still acting like a dog.
You can stop acting like a dog.
Oh, thank God.
Yes. From now on, Droop, as I present him the clothing with both my hands, you're part of the Fallen Tower group now.
Fallen
Wear
Tower.
these clothes with pride.
Why did it fall?
Oh, long ago, Neverwinter was beset upon by an ancient prismatic dragon, and the wizards at the time took refuge in the height of this tower, channeling all their magic into one final desperate outlash against the glory of the prismatic dragon.
We're going to see a prismatic dragon? What's a prismatic dragon?
It's a dragon that sparkles like rainbows.
A rainbow dragon!
A rainbow dragon. And when they cast their strongest consolidated power against it, the dragon's magnificent carapace reflected the attack back at the tower to which the wizards were in, sundering it in two. And that is how it got the name of the Fallen Tower. Now it's just a reminder of the folly of attacking a dragon. So remember, gentlemen, don't go chasing dragons.
Oh my god.
Okay, you have inspiration. I can't even do it. So while you're talking to him, Droop is like unfolding the clothes and like holding them up and looking at them, and it's almost like a child who just got socks for Christmas. He's like looking at it and like looking back at the other two, and they're nodding like, "Put it on." And then he kind of looks over at Guitarist and looks at like her pants, and then looks over at Drummer and looks at his pants. He's like, "But this doesn't look comfortable. Like, what? It's like, I like this.
Probably.
And he climbs into the shirt and kind of got like the sleeve on his neck, but he's, the shirt's on backwards. He's like, this is nice. I like this. It's soft. But this, I don't know. How am I, like, what if I see a lady goblin?
If you see a lady goblin, you know you can put them on, and you can take them off.
Oh, they come off? And the other two are
Yeah.
like, yeah, look. And they pull down their pants.
We're in
Okay,
the middle of the
but,
street.
we're in public. We're in public.
Huh?
Pants on.
Oh, yeah. And they put them back on. Droop was like, oh, I guess. When in Rome. And he puts on a pair of pants. It's like, I don't. And you could tell, like he's moving around like a cat who has like mittens on. And he's just like, I don't. Okay. And like, he starts poking and prodding at himself. He's like, I guess The other two are like, it'll be fine. You'll get used to it. And they like carry him off by his arms and like walk him away. He's like, so guitarist, they head towards you and you hear him telling him, like, wait, do you speak Goblin?
No.
All right, who's the
I
one
was
that?
kind of hoping that they would teach me to speak Goblin a little bit.
Yeah,
So which one of you is the one that speaks Goblin?
I don't think any of us
None
can.
of us.
Oh, okay. So you just hear him start talking in Goblinese as they start walking by. So, guitarist, roll me an intelligence check because you have been picking up words and you are trying to learn their language.
I want to use inspiration for this.
Okay.
The fact that we use inspiration for
The strangest things.
But we have bardic inspiration.
Oh my god, it's so
too.
bright!
oh
Oh
my
wow.
god.
Okay, so as they're walking by, you hear Rhodey and Toady being like, "Put the fucking clothes on. We got a good thing going on here. Don't blow this." But there's like in goblins, so like you make it out roughly. They're telling him like, "Yo, don't rock the boat." But they would use more of a goblinese term.
Colorful, yeah.
Yeah. Like, don't poke the bugbear. Actually, that's the phrase they use.
Don't poke. Okay.
And he's like, okay, I'll fix it. And they like start straightening him out a little bit and like trying to like put the shirt back on the right way, tying up his pants, showing him how to tie like the knee strap. You know how the pants had the tie at the knee? And it was like
No.
the old knickers had ties at the knees.
It like scrunched up the around the knee, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it wasn't loose.
Right. So they're helping him get dressed and showing him how to do this, and he's just like, but it's so tight. They're like, what are you talking about? Like they're pulling on him, showing him how much room he has. And then as one of them pulls like his pants, he just kind of tucks his pillow into it, and he's like, all right, I'm ready. They kind of bring him back to you dressed.
It works. Yeah.
We took care of it, bossette.
Okay. I mean, it's presentable. You know, no one's gonna kick us out. That's what matters. That's all that matters.
Yeah. So again, Rhodey and Toady are very, they are hardcore followers. Droop, you can tell, is still a little bit like, I don't get it. But you also have learned that they all knew each other from before.
Oh.
Because they were all part of the same goblin tribe.
Oh.
Okay.
That is probably why Droop didn't get murdered.
Oh, okay. Oh, by the way, we have a new gig. It's not here though. It's in pulling out the note to Chromeberry.
Where's that?
So as you're pulling out your note, you hear, "You there!
What?
You there!" You guys turn and look.
Yeah, obviously.
So coming
So,
from so in the town square, there's a couple of houses surrounding the town square. Coming out of one of the larger houses made out of stone, you recognize it as the town hall where you have imprisoned one of your bassists. Um, you see the acting like town master like heading towards you, and he's the one yelling, "Who you there? You adventurers!
Mm-hmm.
A moment of your time, perhaps? And can you get closer so I stop shouting?"
Do we give him a moment of our time? Do we like this person? I forget.
he wasn't one of our biggest fans, that's for sure.
Oh.
He didn't even think we would survive the red brands.
Proved him wrong.
And technically, he's the one who locked up the bassist because he was a red brand, so he.
Well, he's not a red brand anymore. They don't exist. We should probably go tell him that.
Yeah.
Also, what happened to the family?
The family, basically, the town took them back in, like helped them get nourished, took care of them, reclothed them, took them back home, helped them clean, get settled, because they've dealt with a lot of trauma, so they're acting like the whole town raise the
Therapy.
children thing. But that was just last night too, so you haven't checked on them today. But at last you knew they were taking them home and getting them situated back in their home.
Right.
So
Yeah, we should probably check in with this guy.
So the town master is watching you like have the conversation. He's just standing there like,
One moment we're having a band huddle. We'll get right to you.
Do take your time.
Well,
taking it that seemed very sarcastic.
Oh no, he was definitely being sarcastic.
Well, I mean, if you walked over here, we'd probably be done with the meeting by the time you got over here. But
Hey, very well. And he scampers down the stairs. Now he's a portly gentleman, and like every time you saw him before, he was sweating. So he walks over, huffing and puffing.
I got short legs too, so
I don't understand. Right there, you couldn't come. You're adventurers. You're healthy, virile. You have those things. He points at the goblins. He says, so it seems that you have become heroes.
At one point, guitarist will lean over to Fabian like, "What does virile mean?"
wild.
Oh, okay.
Wild.
One with nature.
That's feral.
Is that not what you said?
No, I did not. I said young, healthy, full of vigor.
That's not what he said either.
I said virile.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what she
Yes.
doesn't understand.
It's not wild and full of nature.
Sure?
This is neither here nor there. You're adventurers. You have saved people and killed, murdered, and plundered, from what I hear. But you did save a family.
No, sir. No, sir. We are not those things because they don't sound great. They do sound kind of, rock and roll. Are we rock and roll now? Did we switch genres?
What does mining have to do with any of this? I thought you were adventurers.
No, we're a band.
A band? A musical troupe? My town was saved by a musical troupe.
And we didn't kill. They participated in a battle of the bands.
And failed.
Battle of
the bands. Failed.
Where your
band...
were
so bad, they died of embarrassment.
I'm pretty sure some of those dead people had slashes, according to Sister Gariel.
I prefer using.
Well, that's part of the battle of the bands.
Adventurers, bards, band, whatever you call yourselves, you are a band of mercenaries, and you seem to work for coin. Yes.
Well, we do like to take paying gigs. Yes.
Yes. I am offering payment for a gig.
Well,
Go on.
we already have our next gig planned. I mean, we have to check with our books. Man, I wish Daddy Rockseeker was here. He was so good at managing us.
We
Whoa,
still need
Darn.
We go
back
get
up.
him.
Daddy who? The dwarf is your father.
Well, I mean, kind of. He kind of, like adopted me after my own parents, died.
which we
Ah.
still need to go get him as well.
Yeah.
Yes, Shildar told me you were looking for the goblin castle or something or other. Yes?
Pragma?
Something, yeah. Something with the. Wasn't there like a spider?
Yeah, spider. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, yes, there's spiders at castles. That happens, I guess.
No, the apparently the leader of the goblins' name is Spider
Oh.
Yeah.
because
Like
he
like
rides.
like the leader of the Red Brands was named Glassstaff, which I think is a weird thing.
Yes, these villains and their odd, like, villain names. Ooh.
Oh, what is their like band names? Like, like that's like his single artist band name.
Wouldn't they not be a band then? Wouldn't it just be their
They
name?
were. The Red Brand.
No. Yeah. Wait. Okay. I'm confused. And I can't deal with all this pressure. It's hot
It's a
out here.
stage name. I mean, sometimes you want to keep your identity like secret and you don't want like people to come to your house and be like, "Oh my God."
Young miss, shh. Listen to my proposal. Shildar has told me you are
I'm too young
seeking.
for that.
No, that's not what I meant. I am happily married.
Insight check.
I want a piece of that.
Good roll. Yes, you believe that he is happily married, and he was absolutely disgusted by that thought.
Gosh.
Now,
Fair enough.
wait, where was I? Oh, I am happily married, and I said, yes, no, I just want to hire you. Why are you making this so difficult? I can't deal with this kind
For
of
your
stress.
wife's birthday?
Why would I hire you for my wife's birthday?
We're a
Don't
band.
you want me to sing a romantic song on your behalf to her to let her know just how much you love her?
No, you
That is
keep.
kind of our demographic.
You know what? I can't. I was going to offer you a couple of $100 gold, but I have decided I will find real adventurers. And he like turns around and heads towards the like town hall. He says, "Shildar, they're insane. Wait till I see that man." He's like, look at the proposals and singing to them like, "The nerve!" And slam, a door closes behind him.
Well, I mean, we still need to go. I mean,
You probably should just talk to Sildar in the first place. He's our interim manager.
Does Shildar know this?
probably
Isn't
not.
he our casting agent? Location scout?
Oh, is that what that's called? I always thought it was
Yeah.
like manager number 2.
Basically, sub manager.
Sub manager, okay. Yeah. So, anyways, I have a job, a gig at Crownberry. We're singing for somebody named Agatha. Totally in our demographic. It sounds like an older woman's name, and I know that's your specialty.
You do have a way with them.
You do. They really like you.
I think
But
I
I'm then
remind
again,
them
you're
of
super
their
likable.
wild youth that they try to reclaim a little bit of.
You mean for the virile?
Yes, the virile. And probably even the feral.
Ew.
Cool.
They get feral sometimes, I guess.
I can't.
You can and you will.
So the goblins are behind you three, like playing around. They're just having a conversation with each other in Goblinese. They seem to be behaving and they've calmed down, but it's more like Rhodey and Toady are like rapid firing stuff at Droop, and most of it he's like, and every now and then they give him like a slap in the back of the head, and he's like, okay, and he nods a little bit faster, and then he slows down again, and they. So seems to be what's going on. Vin is sitting there watching them, and then as you pay a little bit more attention, you realize they're talking about Vin.
Is there anything to be concerned about, though?
No, it sounds like they're talking about specifications for a riding saddle.
Okay, so we're fine. We're fine.
Yeah,
We just can't have it die.
Yeah, no,
because that would devastate Fabio, and I can't handle that.
Yeah, no, they're not talking about killing Vin. They're talking about mounting Vin. Phrasing, I know.
Did they tell us about Cragmaw Castle?
What?
Did they tell us about Cragmaw Castle?
You never asked them.
Mentioned something.
No, you never asked them.
No, something about a spider in a castle. That's it, really.
Wait, who are you talking about?
I have notes that Rhodey and Toady had told us about Cragmaw and Black Spider.
They know where it is.
They know where it was.
No.
What about Droop?
Yeah, no. So if you ask Droop is like, oh yeah, I know. I've been there.
Ooh.
Does that make him our location manager now?
Ooh, I'm a manager? Boys, I'm a manager. You work for me now. They both punch him. In a few minutes, Droop will wake up.
He's a location scout, not the manager. The location manager sends the scout to go find the places for the next gig. We just happen to, strike it lucky. Blessings of the divine that Droop. Oh, that's just awesome. You were there.
Yeah. As a pet.
Well, you won't be going back as a pet.
I don't want to go back.
Then you won't be going back, but can you lead us most of the way, and then we can find the rest on our own?
It depends. Are you going to kill everyone there?
Generally, try not to.
Awkward silence.
Who is everyone there?
Well, Grog and that tentacle thing with the beak and the bugbears and the other ones. And
Rewind there.
What?
You said something about a tentacle thing with a beak?
Yeah, big ugly.
How big?
Okay, so is there a way to get to where they hold the prisoners without having to go near that thing?
Huh? What? Wait, what prisoners? Are you talking about that ugly dwarf?
I mean,
He
he's
wasn't
not
ugly
like,
last time we
like
saw him.
Fabio or anything. But...
Oh, well, no. Dwarves are generally just ugly. And they all kind of nod.
I don't disagree. I don't agree. I don't disagree.
They look like old wrinkled men.
Again, I don't disagree.
But well, it depends. Prisoners are kept with Grog.
What's Grog?
King.
King of what?
Goblins. Cragmaw.
Oh.
King Grog.
Oh.
Is Grog also a goblin?
No.
Like Clark.
No.
What is he
What
then?
is he?
Ugly.
Well, that narrows it down.
Dude,
So he's a dwarf?
No, uglier and bigger and meaner.
Version of Grog or Clark.
Well, we were
Can
told
you
he.
draw a picture?
Oh yeah, and he draws you a picture, and basically
boy.
like a stick circle, like a stick person, but with like a
Mhm.
circle instead of a stick body, and like two
Uh-huh.
big clawed hands, and like big jagged teeth, and like some big pointy ears. But it's a child's drawing of this.
The troll or an
Yes.
ogre.
Well, they say he's a part troll and can't be killed. Just keeps coming back.
Oh. I'm so glad I can interpret children's drawings and I guess troll right off the bat.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
I was thinking troll or ogre, but yeah, that was or an orc or whatever. But yeah, that's
But
Nah, orcs don't have those pointy ears.
they say he has a troll bloods.
Troll bloods. Well, now I'm torn. I don't know which one to do first.
What?
We're getting so many gigs now. We're gonna need a manager.
This is what I'm talking about.
well.
I mean, I
Also,
feel like
where is this other place? Is it on the way?
What other place?
yes, you there.
Can I be the manager?
You'd have to apprentice
What's that?
under Rockseeker. You'd have to be the manager's assistant, and currently we
Assistant
don't
to
have
the
a
regional
manager.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The dwarf's the manager?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, usually.
Does he have to come with us anywhere?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he sends us places.
And then we
Hmm.
come back.
So the dwarves all huddle.
The dwarves. The
I mean, not the
goblins.
dwarves, the goblins. The goblins all huddle, and they
I was
start
like, when do we get dwarves?
and they start talking to each other in Goblinese just really quickly. And like every now and then, Droop will look up and look at the three of you, and then go back into the huddle, and you can hear, and they're like, coin, dwarf, dragon. And they all kind of look at guitarist, and they go back into the huddle and nod.
Oh my god.
And they come back and say, "We accept." If you
Oh.
are confused, yes, that's where you should be, because if you followed that, you're fucking amazing.
And what is it exactly you accept?
Oh, well, we're gonna apprentice under the dwarf.
Okay. Now we just gotta get there.
So we're gonna get the dwarf first.
Oh,
Well, is this place that this other job at? Is it on the way to where the dwarf to where Rockseeker's at, or is it in a different direction?
so
Do we have a map?
no.
No.
So
Will
I'm
we
That's
buy
okay.
a
asking
map
that
when I go
question.
shopping for the rest of the stuff?
I'm
No.
asking this question knowing for in fact that she did not ask where that place was. She just took down the name.
I also know, like, where the map. Who has a map?
It's the old man.
Well, maybe we'll ask Sildar because I have this ledger notebook that had that note from that Lord something, and Sildar might know more about. Let me just look through my notes.
Well, you know, Sildar's staying in the town hall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we can go ask Sildor if he knows where that town is then.
Yeah, Lord Albrecht.
Okay.
And we also have to make sure that they let go of the bases. So I can't remember his name, so
And whoever Iarnor, Iarno is.
I've been saying it as Arano, but that could be wrong.
erroneous.
It could be. It's just, but Arano's what I've been saying, so that's what we're gonna stick with. And I've done it that way for like 3 sessions of this game, so it's somebody's gonna be like, "Nope, that's wrong." I'm like, oh. So, all right. So you got
Erno.
it could be Erno, yeah, but I like Arano. So stop fucking correcting me.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are gonna look for Sildar now.
Yes.
So Sildar is in
Sildor, finish up the shopping, and I have to stop by the mining establishment here. Gotta
Look.
see if they can do something.
So the Barathan Provisions or
Barthens.
Barthan's Provisions or Lion Show Coster. There's two. They provide goods for miners.
Well, the cluster, we have a whole crap ton of weapons we can sell, like a lot. So we'll restock her.
Okay.
And Barthen's Provisions is the one that had all the general items.
Yes, correct.
And everything I have on my list is general now.
Okay.
Outside of those clothing. And then you had described earlier there is a place where the miners take the stuff they mined to.
Yes.
I gotta stop in there.
Okay, the Miners Exchange. Okay, I just want to make sure I know what locations you're thinking about. But you're going for Sildar first, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Okay.
should let them know what happened, show them the note, and tell them we now have a bead on Cragmaw Castle.
Very well. So you will go into the town hall, and as you walk into the town hall, you see Sildar. He's kind of standing there in a robe. He's not even armored, and he's like just standing there and like with his hands up, going, "Okay, okay." And the town master, Harbin, is yelling at him, and he's just like, "They're insane. They're not heroes. They think they're some kind of band. I don't know what's wrong with them, but they're not sound in the head." And he's like, "Calm down, calm down. Okay, I will talk to them. Oh, here they are. Take a breath. Good morning. How are
Morning.
we today?"
Who's talking to us now? Sildar or the mayor?
Sildar. The mayor's just behind him, like still just wiping sweat from his brow and just like having a freaking aneurysm.
Well, we haven't quite recovered the soundness of our mind. But we have a sound body now that we are well rested after the arduous battle of the bands yesterday.
See what I mean? Why is he talking like that? Why is he doing? I can't. And he like walks out and slams another door.
Sir, you're gonna have an aneurysm.
I don't know what that is. You don't know what that is either.
If you just give me a minute of your time to talk to you alone.
Oh no. I thought that was Fabio's thing.
Mine's words of terror, not.
Yeah, he'd give him an aneurysm.
I know. That's why I'm like, I don't think you want to talk to him alone for a minute.
He's bad cop. I'm good cop.
Yeah, no. Okay.
So I'm curious. So I could technically make them. It would be of either me or someone of my choice that they would fear. So if he got them if he did his thing on a person and then I talked to them separately, could I make them both be afraid of him and then they would also be enthralled with him?
Yeah.
Or would one overrule the other?
No.
Their brain just explodes.
I don't know. It would depend on the person's like demeanor before. So like I think they would be terrified of like how much they're like enthralled by him as opposed to terrified of him. But it would depend on the situation and the person's demeanor beforehand. But yes, that would be an interesting like mix. Let's not do it because I don't think my brain can handle it.
And we broke the game.
Like I think we broke the DM. Yeah, no. Actually, no. It depends. Like when you go to do it, I would have to see like what the person would have done initially. But that's a future problem. Right now, you have a problem. Sildar's in front of you, and he says, "You." He looks at the door as it slams, looks back at all of you, and he goes, "He really doesn't like any of you."
okay. It's a mutual feeling.
Yeah,
Give him some time.
to plot against you, perhaps. Why do you like? I don't know what's going on. I'm just glad that you're all okay. Any news?
Yes.
Well, he
and
walked
I
up to
pulled up
guitarist
the
and said he
note.
wanted to proposition her.
What?
Oh yeah, he wanted to propose to me.
What? Are you okay? Did he touch you in any way? Show me where the mean man touched you.
Oh no.
Oh, hold on. I did get,
Gets
a
out a
stab
doll.
wound.
No, he
Drummer
doesn't.
purposely said that, knowing that he didn't actually mean that.
No,
But
he's looking at you like, did he offend you? Is your honor at stake?
oh no.
Well, it was kind of gross. I mean, I'm not really into him, so
I assure you, milady, I will have a sound talking with him.
cool, 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 cool.
And he's not there to defend himself, so he's screwed. All right. So you hold up this note, and he like takes it, and he's like looking. He looks a little bit stern right now because a guitarist just told him that this Harbin, yeah, Harbin has like offended her and approached her in a way that was an offense to her honor. And we know that Sildar is one of those people, so he is definitely like thinking about it. You can see he's distracted, and looking over at the doorway where the town master went, thinking, "I'm gonna fuck that boy up." So he takes the note and looks at it, and he's like, almost like half-mindedly reading it, and you just see you watch him turn white, and you see just like hatred fill up in him. And he like looks at you and he's like, is this real?
It was in the room of a person named Glassstaff.
Rano Albrecht.
Yes. Who are they?
I don't think I ever saw what was on the notes, so this is all news to me too. So I'm just like,
Rano Albrecht was the agent I sent ahead to Fandolin. You mean to tell me
Oh,
this is, and he just like kind of slams the paper down on the table and like turns towards towards another doorway, and like he says, "I need to be alone," and he like turns and walks away from all of you, and you can hear it. Hey, and he like gets to a door and looks over to where the town master went, and like then he like looks back at all of you and he says, "You should go," and he walks towards that door.
But we
drummer
were
just does a
going to
quick turn,
save.
like turn on foot, and walks out the door.
but we
Okay.
didn't find out where Chromeberry was.
And we didn't tell him we're going to save Rockseeker now that we know where the castle is.
Sounds like we'll have to come
Oh.
back a little bit later after shopping. As I walk out the door.
Yeah. Let's give him a few minutes.
Yeah, he's standing in front of the door of the town master. He's like waiting for you to leave. And as if you two linger, he will go now.
Well, technically, 3 of us are lingering, but yeah, I understand.
No, I'm already gone. I already
No,
went.
drummer
Oh,
left.
okay, okay. That's true. That's true. Drummer has.
I've
more
been reading my
sense.
pamphlet. I've distilled my whispers, and I'm gone. I've implanted my whispers, and I'm gone. I'm not
You're
sticking around for
planting
the aftermath.
whispers.
I'm going to the School of Whispers. He didn't actually proposition you, and I know that.
Propose. It was a proposal.
Right,
Yeah.
you said propose,
He
but
didn't even have a ring. How rude.
wow. Okay, so do you two leave, or like when he says now, or are you gonna stick around?
When he says now, I'll slowly kind of leave. Keep looking back. Like, is he gonna change his mind? Is he gonna say something else?
So
What's
as
going
you're
on?
looking back and like going as slow as you possibly can to go look through the door as it's closing, you see him knock on the door, as he pushes
Uh-huh.
it, like with one hand on the handle and one hand knocking, as he pushes the door open and walks into the room where the town master was.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Well, we'll let him do his thing. It looked urgent. Okay. To which building would be closer? The Miners Exchange?
From where you at?
Or
All right, so from where you're at, you could head north along the main road to Barthen's. The Coster is pretty much across the street. The Minor Exchange is to the south. So you guys have the player's map, right? Of Phandalin?
Nope.
Oh, I'll share it for you.
That's big.
I don't know what
Those
that
are
did, but I
dice.
just wanted to. Yeah, it was on here, and I didn't know why I have a D100 there.
Where?
I don't think I need that there. Yeah, that's weird. It was on my hotbar, so I was like, I don't know why that's there.
Oh, okay. Oh, because remember, when you're using your college stuff, you got to roll a D100. So you probably just hotkeyed it real quick.
No, because it gives you a D100 now, the new dice thing.
Then I don't know.
part of the dice lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so I don't know. I don't know why I did that. All right. What was I doing? Oh, I was making an arrow to show where you guys are. So you guys are right here. Okay. The Coster is this building right here. Barthen's is this building up here. And then the Exchange is this building over here. Okay. You got all those?
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. You weren't looking, but the person who wants to go to the buildings was paying attention, so you will just get swept along.
I was looking.
You were not. I could see you.
What's two?
Unless your
My
computer,
map is right in front of me.
unless your computer screen is down here, you were not looking.
I was glancing up.
So,
You don't know what I was doing.
all right. So you want to go there for? I don't know what you were doing. I just know you weren't looking at your map. So, all right. So you're going to the Exchange first?
Yep.
Okay. So as you head over to the Exchange, the goblins are asking, like, why was that man so mad? And why was the other one so round?
Well, he was mad because he was betrayed, most likely by a close, dear friend. Betrayal hurts, and generally people react emotionally, passionately in regards to being betrayed. As for the other gentleman, he seems to be able to afford enough food to get large. Or maybe there's another problem. I don't know. He's not very
Unhappy
nice to
marriage?
us. But he said he was happily married. Maybe. Maybe his wife is a magnificent cook. We should get invited for dinner.
He hates you. Anyway, all right. So you get to the cusp. There is basically a squat stone building. It's square. It almost looks like an ancient, not an ancient, but like an old, like a bank building. It's like the one of few buildings in town that's all stone except for the roof. And you can see there's a strong, sturdy wooden door at the front. The door is open, so you can see in, and you can see that there is a room with tables and scales and rocks and weights, and there is I think it's a gentleman. Nah, I gotta look. I get their names, but I don't remember what like gender they are.
They're genderless. They're all
Yeah,
kin.
yeah, it's a woman. So there is a woman. She is inside. You see her like milling back and forth. You have seen her before at the Stone Hill. So as you all approach, she kind of catches sight of you and like walks over to the door and like leans on the threshold, crosses her arms, and watches as you approach. Ah, the heroes of Phandalin. Well,
Reputation precedes us.
well done. She gives you a little golf
Thank you.
clap. Says, So what do I owe this honor?
Well, um, what exactly do you exchange here? Like, I'm looking to get my hands on some jade dust.
No. Jade dust?
Yeah.
Yeah, not in these parts. I exchange for this. And she basically holds out a rock formation of silver and stone. And she says, I buy these.
And do you
Do you sell those
crush
too?
them to refine them?
Well, I arrange for them to be refined. I don't do it here. This is an exchange. Miners bring me raw materials. I exchange it for refined coin. She like picks up a pile of coins and goes.
That's why they call it the miners' exchange.
She's a sharp one, isn't she?
Well, at least she didn't think it was
Yeah.
something else.
Like what?
Oh. Who does the refining then as I pull out my little jade frog statue?
Well, you pull out a jade frog statue. She kind of looks at it. She says, I have many contacts in many different cities that I send different shipments to. It depends on the shipment, the time of the year, the paths, the travels, the caravans. I make arrangements. I facilitate action. We don't do it here.
Do you know someone locally who could crush up this adorable little statue into dust?
She says, "Oh, I think I can help you." She like
What?
and she puts out a hand. Guitarist.
Hmm.
So she is wearing basically a flowing white shirt. Maybe one too many buttons opened. But like not overly much, but like you would probably lace it up a little higher. And she has like leather wristbands on, that hold the frills back up. And she's also wearing like a slitted dress. So the dress goes down to her ankles. It's kind of like a soft, supple leather. But every now and then she moves and her leg will slip from beneath the dress. So the dress wraps around her and doesn't have a slit. It's just like a wraparound. But every now and then she moves, her leg will slip out. So the dress will like fall out from her.
Are the
And
goblins with us?
the goblins are with you. And
Oh
here's why
no.
this is important. You hear in Goblin, she has a dragon. And they're kind of like pointing at her leg, her bare leg that has a tattoo.
Of a dragon.
Kind of. It's definitely reptilian, but there's no legs or claws. It's more like a winged snake.
Huh.
I'll let you uh percolate on that for a little bit. so
Wait, why do you want jade powder?
so she holds out her hand.
And I take the little jade statue, hand it over to her.
So she takes it, she kind of holds it up to the light, looks at it, and she says, "So you just want dust?"
Yes, jade dust.
So she turns around. And there's like a little working anvil on the desk, and she kind of sets it on the thing. She just picks up a metal hammer, and she's like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
she smashes the jade, and you watch as it just and bits of dust, jade, and pieces fall, and she kind of scoops them together and keeps smashing them until there's nothing but a fine green powder.
Why do you want jade dust?
I don't know why he wants jade dust, but here you go. That'll be 1 gold, please.
Excellent. Also, there were two
The
pieces
rubies.
of gold in it because it has golden eyes, and then it's just a jade frog, so she can have that gold, and I'll give her 1 piece of gold as well.
If you're gonna let her keep the gold, she'll just take the gold because it's about equivalent weight. But she's like, it's a shame. I hope that dust does something for you. What's the dust for, by the way?
The dust is a spell component
Figures.
for a lovely little ability that I think people will really appreciate. I don't want to give too much away. No
Well,
spoilers.
does it have
I'm
to be
gonna
jade, or
debut
does it just have
later.
to be?
Yeah, did it have to be jade?
Yes, it specifically says jade dust.
Okay, well, you have
Oh,
jade dust now.
I was only asking because I have.
The item said it was 40 gold pieces, so would I have 40 gold pieces of jade dust?
No, I don't think so. Let me see. Do you have the items?
He put it in the party
I
sheet.
dropped it in the party sheet.
Okay. So if the item was worth 40 gold, it was because the item was carved and intricate and delicate. The minute you turned it into dust, you like quartered that price. So it's probably
Ooh.
10 gold pieces worth of jade dust. Plus,
Oh,
you lost.
good.
So you gave up the gold. So we'll say it's about 10 gold pieces worth of jade dust. The artistic value
Excellent.
of it is gone, but jade is
Just what
worth
I
something
needed.
because it's rare. All right.
I only needed 10.
Oh, okay, perfect. It worked out then. You took a risk there. You should probably want to check ahead because I would be like, yeah, no. All right, so
Does
you have
Fabio seem like a guy that checks ahead?
no, it doesn't. And just because you did that and did not check, I would have gave you inspiration, but you already have some. So perfect. So you have your jade dust. Make sure you put that on there. I'll get rid of the frog, and she will basically clean up and scoop all the little jade into a little pouch for you and hand it up to you.
Thank you.
Part of I offer good service.
So you don't deal in other like precious stones.
If you have stones, we get the rare occasion. I do have the funds to purchase.
I just reach in my bag and pull out 5 carnelian, 4 malachite, a pearl, 2 peridot, or however you say that. Yeah,
Peridot.
peridot. Okay, peridot. I know it's green because I looked it up because I was like, "What is that?"
It's a lime green stone. And
So
it's the birth month stone of March.
Also, be right back, and I'll be right back.
okay. All right, so you pull out a bunch of stones and set them in front of her, and she will like look at you as you keep pulling stones out, and she'll pick them up, hold them up to the light, and inspect them, and she makes like little piles. Now I don't know which stones you have because you took them out of the party sheet. So
I can put them in the party sheet.
no, that's fine. On your thing, are they identified? Because they should tell you how much they're worth.
Let's see. The carnelian says 10 gold apiece. The malachite, 15 gold pieces, which there's 4 pieces of that. The pearl, 100 gold. The peridot, 15 gold apiece, and there's 2 of those. I think that was everything. Carnelian, malachite, pearl, peridot. Yeah.
All right, so add that all together because I don't feel like mathing.
Well, you should have started with that because then I could have done that.
I was listening to it. I was like, damn, there's a lot more than I can remember in my head. And somewhere along, you said a number and threw my total off. See, look, there she goes again, looking down. She's working on one of those calendar things. I bet money.
I'm not actually.
What are you working on? Hold it up. Quick, don't
No,
grab something
no,
else.
no. It's actually a letter to Myriad.
I
It's
didn't
the
get
little,
my letter yet. She better not get one before me. Just, I'm not going to have it.
Oh my god.
It
Calm
would
your
be a
horses,
total of
sir.
200. It would be a total of 240 gold pieces.
240 gold pieces? Okay. So you're setting all these stones out, and she makes, like I said, she separates them into little piles, and you can see, like, the piles, like, the same stones are split into different piles. So it's not by, like, size or stone. It's probably worth. So she looks over at you, and she says, what are you looking to get?
That's a good question because I don't. Would I have any working knowledge of what stones would be worth? That's a question there.
So that would be a question. Do you have any like jewelry, stone knowledge in your character traits, in your
Um,
backstory, or anything?
no.
Okay. So,
I'm heavily in deception more than.
okay. So basically your character is going to make a guess on what they're worth. So that's up to you. You like if I hold up something you've never seen, well, you may have seen, and I say, "Hey, how much do you think this is worth?" You're probably going to look at me and go, I don't know."
Exactly would be my response.
Right. So if you tell her that, all of you who are in the basically you all see it because she doesn't hide it very well. She kind of smirks. She says, "You don't know what you have here, do you?"
No, that's
Well,
why we
that's
came
why he's
here.
asking you.
Very good, very good. The sharp one speaks up now.
I'm listening.
So she says, "Well, you did provide a service. You are heroes. Not the brightest bunch, but I do have a reputation to keep. I will give you 200."
Okay. I don't think I would have an issue with that, given the not a known knowledge of it. That probably sounds good to me.
Okay. She says, "Give me a moment. I'll count out the coin." And she basically turns around to a box. She kind of lays her hand on the box, and you hear her like mutter, like make a sound under her breath. And then she opens up the box and starts to count out coins. She puts them in a nice little pouch, hands you the pouch, and says, "You can count it if you like." As she's collecting the coins. Now she pulls them in front of her, but she doesn't deposit them anywhere. She just pulls them and waits for you to count.
Okay, I'll count it real quick.
Okay. When you count it, she nods approvingly. She says, "Good. Never trust anyone."
All right.
Well, I'm glad he can count.
Right? Like, I have a feeling there's at one point she's like, "No, carry the one." Actually,
fine.
no, none of you were like that low in intelligence. You're not that high either, but that's
No,
so
but
when
we're
you
not like.
Probably not smarter than a fifth grader.
right. So while you're counting out the things, you guys notice that the goblins are like this to the counter. So they're like, this is the counter, and they're just like this, looking at all the coins and jewelry on top of the thing. And she keeps looking over at them, but she gives them like and they don't move. They're just like wide-eyed, looking at piles of coins and precious stones sliding back and forth across the table. But they don't touch anything. They don't say a word. When you're done, she says, "Excellent." She takes a little bit larger pouch and slides the stones in the same little piles that she had separated them. So she'll take like one group, put it in one pouch, and the other group put it in another pouch, and she puts them in the chest that she had opened, like specifically with purpose. She doesn't just toss them in there. She's like, "These go over here and these go over here." She closes the chest. For a second, her hand lingers on top of the chest. You hear like her make a sound under her breath again, and she turns. She says, "Is there anything else I can do for you?"
Oh, I had a question about your tattoo.
"What tattoo?"
Uh, Tars points down to her leg. The one on your leg.
"Oh," and she kind of like very um without any modesty, like pulls her skirt to the side and shows you her thigh. So wrapped around her thigh is a winged snake. In front of the head of the winged snake, like almost like being licked by the tongue, is a gold coin. She says, "What about it?"
Just wanted to see what it was.
"Oh, take a good look, dear."
Does it mean anything to any of us?
You can roll history checks.
Sure, why not? Couldn't hurt.
I mean, it could, but we never know for
Just
sure.
my brain.
Exactly.
Oof. So who is that?
Somebody did bad.
No, somebody rolled a 20. All right.
Oh.
So, guitars, you're the only one that doesn't know what it is. Like you've seen it, but you're not making the connection. Like the synapses is not firing. You're like, I've seen that before. I've seen it, and you're like, you're looking at the other two, like I've seen that before, but do you know what that is? And so you two know what it is, and as soon as you see it, you're like, oh, it's Fabio. You are immediately like, oh shit, because it's the symbol of the Zentarum or the Black Network. The Black Network is basically the group that they are trying, their hands in everything. They want to be in control of all the money in the world, and they are trying to, they have their hands in everything that they can be in. But some of their methods are not on the up and up. And seems to have no shame in like flaunting it. The goblins, however, have no idea what it is, and they're like, oh, I told you, it's a dragon. Where's its feet? I don't know, but it's so nice. You're pretty sure they're not looking at the dragon anymore. But yeah, they were just like,
Toady, Droop.
Yes, blonde boss.
You know that weapon stash that you cleared out? Where did you take it to the wagon?
Yes.
As you hear their back.
The next stop will be offloading it at the Blue Shield Cloister. Could you please go?
Lion Shield.
Yeah, Lion Shield Cloister. Could you please go and start bringing over that equipment to the Lion Shield Cloister, please?
But boss, she's showing us her dragon.
Why, yes. And what did I tell you about what happens if you see a dragon?
Run away! And they all kind of run out. They do look disappointed though as they leave. The woman, who nobody's bothered to ask her name, just kind of smirks and she says, "Where did you find them?"
Well, the
In a-
first two
well-
we
Oh, yeah,
found.
Hellgate.
We found
In a
on the way
cave.
here. They threw a little ambush party on us, and so kindly invited us back to meet their
Boss.
boss. The boss was not very nice. He did not treat them well, so we threw him a retirement party. The Goblin Revolution didn't go very well, and they were the only survivors left. We couldn't just leave them there. Two of them, all by themselves, they would have just perished. And
she says,
quite
"Wait,
honestly,
hold that thought. Hold that thought. You," and she points at you, drummer.
Yes.
The abridged version.
We got two of them on the way here after having a run-in with the group. The third one, we actually was with the Red Brands in town here.
With the Red Brands. Oh. Did he say anything? She seems very interested in the Red Brands.
No, I don't. We didn't. Honestly, we didn't ask him.
So, any information about these Red Brands you might be willing to share? I can make it worth your while. And she kind of like motions towards the chest.
Well, I mean, outside of whatever they had here is no more, and the gentleman that goes by Glassstaff rode off on a horse that had flaming feet.
Flaming Feet Horse, Glass Staff. And did you know this Glass Staff?
No, he fled.
Um, Never heard of him? What brought him
Oh, we
here?
heard about him recently.
We knew he was in charge of the Red Brands here,
Mm.
at least.
Right, but Glass Staff doesn't sound like a birth name or a given name.
No?
It's
No,
a
he had
stage name.
he had a glass staff with him.
She like looks over you and goes, "A stage name, you say? Do you know his real name?" And she kind of like cuddles up to you.
Um, no,
Oh,
we're not friends like that.
a pity.
Lord Elbrick Irano.
She like looks over
Is that
at
what we're
you.
saying his name is?
And as soon as you like say the name, she looks over and she says, "So you do know his real name? Well, this is an interesting
Sildor.
turn of events."
Filled in the blanks.
Oh, is that what that was? I actually thought they were two separate people.
Sildar, the Gauntlet
Yes.
member, or Order, one of those two. I don't remember which. It's not
Is he?
important. Well, Sildar? Yes.
Oh, he never mentioned it.
Oh.
Fair enough.
You could tell just from looking at him. You have to
Can
learn.
you?
You have to learn
He
to be.
did seem a little, how shall we say, chivalrous and uptight, as if there was a giant metal fist right firmly up his rear end. But yeah,
Well, I would give you the uptight. I don't know about the metal fist in his butt, but you do you, boo.
She said but.
Off topic, but this might be a stretch. Is there anyone in this town that is able to identify scrolls? And I look at them like I found a couple scrolls. I know what they are because it says what they are, but I know that we haven't identified them. So
Are you wait? You said this is off topic, but are you saying that to her?
yeah, I asked if she knows anyone that if there's anyone in town that
Um. Well, it, no, I can't think of anyone.
figured it was a stretch.
Perhaps the prissy one by the shrine.
Oh, she already gave us a note. Oh, no, she asked me to do a thing. We'll do that later, though.
I mean, if your scrolls are for the divine variety, she might be able to decipher them and pick out words. But as far as arcane, no, we have no real casters in this town.
Well, I mean, technically, I think one of them only. I think just knowing what it is, Fabio could look at one of them and know what it is by looking at it. But
Well, how come he can and you can't?
because he can cast the spell.
Oh, okay. Don't yell at me.
I don't know the spell, so I figure I'm assuming if it's a spell in which one of us could cast, then he would be able to identify what the spell is, right?
Well, there's a chance, but it just has to be on your spell list.
yeah.
Yeah, one of
Like,
them. One of them is a bardic spell for sure. The other one is not.
Right. So if it's a bardic spell, whether you can cast it or not, as long as it's on your spell list, you can kind of like make an attempt to see if you know what it is.
Okay.
Or it's just spend time trying to decipher it. So you spend like an hour, you could probably figure it out. It's just
Yeah,
like
I'll probably-
identifying any other item.
I'll probably just go with trying to find someone since one, I guess, seems like it could be familiar. The other one does not, so it'd be better off just knowing for certain.
Gotcha. She says, I don't know anyone in the town that is gifted in arcane ways, but I could get it looked at for you.
It's not that pressing of a matter at the moment.
Suit yourself.
Just remembering, thinking about the tattoos, so I'm like, not that pressing.
So she says, well, it's been a pleasure doing business. Is there anything else I can do for you? Would you like to see any more of my tattoos, dear?
Huh? No.
Okay.
Wait, there's more?
Oh, yes. But we might have to ask these gentlemen to step outside.
I laugh and I look at Fabio and I go, "Looks like you're not the only one who has some charm." I just walk out.
So on the way out, can you get more jade dust from your contacts?
How much do you need? It seems like he's not done yet, dear. We'll talk
40
later. We'll
gold.
talk. 40 what?
40 gold worth of jade crushed up into dust.
Well, the dust.
Well, 40 gold of jade dust, like.
How soon do you need it?
I hold up the bag and be like, 4 more of these, please.
How soon do you need it? Rush orders will cost more.
I mean, I have some now. We'll probably be back in town in a few days, so how long does it take?
Well, it's going to take a few days, but it could take weeks if there's not a rush. But if I need to send the runner now, I could probably have it here within a 10-day.
And that one.
And I will need a deposit up front.
How much would the deposit be?
So 40 for the jade. You want it turned into powder, so we'll have to like get quadruple the amount. Get somebody to run it, transfer it, bring it back. You're looking at probably 120.
120
You shouldn't need
gold
to really get
deposit.
triple the amount because you're just getting raw jade, not like an intricate ornament or anything like that.
No, it's just sending somebody to go pick it up.
Right, but the triple the amount, you wouldn't need it. Just the amount that he asked for.
She's upcharging for labor.
Right, and
God,
also
delivery fees.
yes, also he wants dust. So
Right, if you
when
like
you
took
have
a
piece of
solid piece and
jade,
turned it to dust, I don't think a lot of it would be lost unless she's
no, no,
Well,
no.
the dust
good at
itself
grinding.
is less valuable than the chunk.
Right, the chunk of jade is more valuable than dust. So you need more of the jade amount, not the value amount. So we're not upcharging the
God, I
amount of
want the
gold.
spell
You just need
fabricate
like
so
four.
bad.
You just need like 4 times more jade for the dust amount. That's what I meant. So, but she's charging you like basically she's charging you. What did I say? 120.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's charging. That's mostly for somebody to run, get it, find it, and bring it back.
But that's the deposit amount.
No, 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 no. I'll take half. So 60.
Okay. I will hand over.
When the hell did y'all get so much money?
I just split up a bunch of money.
Who allowed this to happen?
What? I swindled a bunch of people in cards.
I'm kidding.
That too.
So I'll hand over 50 gold pieces. And what's that? 100 silver? Yeah. That'll come out to the right amount.
100 silver is
Is 10 gold.
10 gold. And you had how much?
And then 50 gold. So that would be
Okay, yeah,
the
that'll be
equivalent
60.
of 60 gold.
All right, take it over sheet. She will count all her coins, put them in a pouch, wrap it up. She will turn to the chest and go through her little ritual to deposit it in the chest. But as she deposits it into the chest, she sets it like to the side, so it's not mixed up with the rest of it. She says, "I have it here within the week. I can find
Excellent.
you
Thank
at the Stonehill." Stonehill's the
Yeah,
name.
we're usually not hard to find. That's our usual haunt, but we make a lot of noise. We're very easy to find.
I see what you did there. So
We
now,
have 3 freaking alarm clocks running around.
yeah. Yeah, that you just sent out of the room unsupervised, by the way.
I'm outside. I walked outside, so
Oh,
I'm
that's
out
right.
there
You
now.
did go outside.
With a task. They have
Yeah.
a focused task to go do.
Yeah, so drummer, they're not there.
They're nowhere outside. Like,
No. Because you sent them to go get the cart, which was not sitting outside.
I'm gonna start walking towards where the cart was, just because they've gotten in trouble literally every time that they've walked away from us.
Okay. All right. So you go look for them. Guitarist, what are you doing?
Well, I'm waiting for Fabio and her to finish their business because I am slightly curious about these tattoos.
Yeah, I'm done, and I headed out after negotiating more jade dust.
Okay. So she looks over and she says, "Oh, you're still here. Well, we're
Well,
gonna
you said something about tattoos. I'm curious.
well, that curiosity is gonna have to linger a little bit more, dear. I have business to attend to now.
Oh, oh, okay, that's fine. Well,
But
bye.
but I know
And
how to
she'll,
I know how to find you.
well, yeah, I'd be with them, so yeah, well,
Not always.
most of the time, yeah.
She's
Oh,
like,
bye.
now this one will actually be like, bless her heart. All right.
So just innocently naive, like
Um,
a vicious murderer.
she's yeah, right. Stop flirting with the serial killers. All right. So today is the 11th. Your Jade should be there by the 20th. Make a note of it.
Yeah, I made a note on the temporary placeholder in my item list.
You could also make a note on the calendar too, so you can keep track of the days.
Oh.
All right. When you two walk out, you immediately like are heading after drummer, or what are you doing?
Well, yeah, I want to find Drummer and my goblin horde.
Okay. You see drummer. He's kind of heading down the street, looking a bit concerned because you do not find your goblin horde. Fabio is making mental notes in a calendar, and you catch up to drummer.
Where's the cart?
That's a very good question. I'm assuming it's with the goblins, but I also don't know where they are.
Where's the bin?
Vin's next to Fabio.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
So Vin tends to follow Fabio to like doors and then sits down and waits for him to come back out.
Hey, Fabio. Fabio. Poke, poke, poke.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to add a calendar thing.
Oh, I'll do it for you. I'm sorry.
All right.
Talk to her.
Yes.
Can Vin track down our goblins?
Most likely, yeah.
Could you ask him to do it?
Because you sent them out, and I don't know where they are.
They went to where the cart is.
Where's
Where's
the
the
cart?
cart?
That's the next question.
Don't look at me. I'm not there.
Um. Okay, well, we can start with where they were supposed to go with the cart. Do we hear any
Yeah, they're
screaming or anything like that? That would.
No. Actually, it's kind of quiet.
I guess we'll head over to the Red Lion first, just to see if maybe they got there safely with no issues in the short
mean,
time that they were.
We would have walked past the shield coster.
Yeah, if you're having this conversation walking down, you're standing there.
And the cart's not here.
Not yet. No.
Where did we leave the cart? Was it left at the inn?
Yeah, they taken it. Like the innkeeper had stored it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, let's head to the inn and see. Oh man. We'll head to the inn then and see.
Okay. So you guys head to the inn, and when you arrive at the inn, you everything looks fine. But the inn does have a small little, like, not a barn, but like a tool shed type place where you know that's where they stored the cart for you. As you approach that shed, you hear screaming. Not screaming, but goblin. And it's like, it's our cart, and you're going to give it to us right now, or he's gonna stab you. And they're like, it's not your cart.
We should rush. We should rush over there right now.
It's the bard's cart. It's and there's an argument going on. As you rush over, you see the goblins basically like arrayed on the cart, looking over the edge with like their swords drawn, and with a pitchfork is Toblin trying to like get them off the cart as they're trying to wheel it out. Here, you're here. Look, they're trying to steal your cart. I told you, goblins. They're raiding.
No.
No?
They were bringing the cart filled with all this heavy equipment to us back over at the shield cloister. So this is what held them up.
Oh.
But we do
They
appreciate
are our general laborer. They help us with all the heavy lifting. After all, these hands play the instruments, and if they get injured moving boxes around, kind of don't get to work for my food.
Oh. Well, you have to understand, we don't see many goblins here. In fact,
I mean, we appreciate the amount of effort you were willing to put in to protect our property for sure.
so when Fabio was talking to you, you could tell his like pride was like offended, and you just like boosted him back up. So he swells a little bit. He's like, "Yeah, we're just trying to provide good service. I'm sorry, I didn't know, and you didn't tell me, and I'm sorry, I guess you could take it, guys." And they're like, "We told you," and they start like wheeling the cart out. What Droop is like behind, like.
All types of symbols at him.
Yeah. But they wheel the cart. It's like, sorry, boss. He wanted to fork us with the thing, and it wasn't nice. And we try not to kill him. You see, we succeeded.
Thank you.
But it was getting
Good job.
it was getting bad. He was gonna get it. We were going to stab him.
When issues like this arise,
Stab him?
no,
Oh, okay.
not in this
That's usually what I
circumstance.
do.
When we're in town like this and you're getting a hard time, just come find us again.
Oh. Why?
We'll get the town used to you. They're not used to you. They're generally, it seems their experience with goblins is more on the goblins stab first, take what they want after.
Yeah.
And yes, I understand, but after the Great Goblin Revolution,
We had
things
a
are done a
revolution?
little bit differently.
Goblins are like, we had a revolution? Yeah. Didn't you? We came to work for them. Oh, that's a revolution? I thought that was a change of employee.
I feel like Drip is actually a lot smarter, and I'm worried about that.
Droop
Secretly glass staff.
definitely has a different intellect.
Droop
I
has
mean,
also
that's
been
why-
more well traveled. He's been to the castle. He's part of their
That's
troop.
true.
He's
And-
been with the.
Yeah, the only thing about Droop though is that pillow is always with him.
He's like who's that Peanuts character that always has the blanket?
Linus.
Linus.
Exactly.
And he's dirty. He doesn't like to bathe too. So
Well, no, that's Pigpen.
That's Pigpen,
You're combining two of them.
You're
That's
combining
perfect.
two main
He's
characters, sir.
the perfect combination of the two of them.
So
Yeah, when in town, when we're in society, we have to settle things more with words. When we're out adventuring in the depths of the woods or in places that are den of debauchery, thievery, and whatever else, Then we try and solve with words, but when all else fails, we go full goblin solutions.
Yeah. I like those goblin solutions. about
They
that
are useful.
about that time you arrive at the Costa and you see your friend standing out front going, "What's all this?"
Friend.
What do you,
You
friend?
know how you had employed us to get merchandise back for you? Well, we came across even more and thought you, well, it doesn't have your branding on it. I'm sure you can do that. But here's some more stuff.
Well, let's see what you got. And she heads down to the cart to investigate. Now, it is 12 o'clock. So, well, it's actually past 12 o'clock. So we're going to have to call it here in a minute because some of us have to work in the morning.
That sucks for you.
It sucks for you.
Don't be jealous.
I
Maybe
am so
maybe in 2
green
weeks.
with jealousy. You don't know. What do you mean in 2 weeks? What's gonna happen? Am I hitting lotto?
No. In 2 weeks, Sildar will have calmed down.
Yeah, right.
Next game session.
No, because it's gonna be the same time. So I already okay. So in 2 weeks we will meet again for the episode 9. For all of you in the chat, I do notice there's a lot of you. Nobody's really speaking, but thank you for coming anyway. We do appreciate it. So big round of applause for these guys. They just keep me in stitches the whole time. Yes, we lurk. I do it all the time too. So this game, again, like I said, will be happening again in 2 weeks. I do have another game that should be happening tomorrow with Furied, but I don't know what game we're playing, Furied. Are we playing the next one?
Either.
Or are we going to do that other one? Or are we going to do Grounded?
We could do Grounded. I wouldn't hate that.
I wouldn't hate that idea either. We could finally start our game. So
Nanny wouldn't be there because she'll be playing Phasmophobia for charity.
is that tomorrow? I thought that was today.
Thursday.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday.
All right, so maybe we
And then
should.
Friday we have a D&D game.
Day is it?
Right, Friday. Right, I'm only up to tomorrow, and I haven't even decided what we're playing yet. All right, so tomorrow we're definitely playing games. That's a little bit later. We'll be playing around 10 o'clock my time. So I'm in Eastern, and then Friday 9 o'clock Eastern we'll be playing in Rob 2E's game. With DM McClancy, or why do we call him McClancy? Because it's Mark. Rob does that.
That's his handle.
Yeah.
M Clancy. M Clancy.
M Clancy. So he's DMing it's one of those homebrew games called
The second Black Dawn.
that's the
No,
one.
War of the King.
War of the King is the one we're playing. We played Second Black Dawn that led into this one. So we're doing War of the King. I don't know how far into it, but they're shorter adventures, so they won't last. It won't be too many more sessions for it. And then Saturday this week, Rhino, we're not on this week, right? Next week. So this weekend, I might, if I can get these two to do it, we might do some Grounded. Fizkit, we can't get to play with us. He doesn't like us other than for D&D on Wednesdays.
Oh, I just have to know ahead of time and adjust my schedule.
Yes, because you're just so busy.
Play Grounded on Saturday?
You're not?
Lately, I have been.
Really?
You've been playing without us? You son of a bitch.
Oh,
no, I haven't been played.
He's been busy.
Oh.
Is what he said.
Yeah.
I've been working on, well, I was making games for my niece and nephew while developing my circuitry skills.
Oh.
Cool.
Nice.
Dancer.
I know.
Yeah, so I finally got my tinkering lab up, and I've been salvaging components, like electronic components from what people throw away, and working on just building things.
Are you going to do like videos of you baking things from garbage? Well, or salvageables?
I mean, I can. I you know,
That was a real
I
telling
tried.
phrase there.
I I tried the whole YouTube channel thing with my programming, and I realized that that was a lot of work on the editing back end. I absolutely love doing the projects. It's the editing I I hate. So I think my channel ended up having like 5 videos, and
And
I
you
was
are
like,
just
oh, this takes too much time.
Yeah.
it's when you hired an intern to edit.
Oh, yeah.
I need
Make it
money
an
to hire an
intern.
intern.
So it's work experience and you don't have to pay them.
Hmm.
Don't have that rule here in Canada.
Oh,
Oh, that's right. You're Canadian. I forgot.
Yeah,
I forget.
you know, God save the king now.
Oh, that's right.
You with the fancy dice, knock it off. Now I have to go buy dice. I can't buy dice because my car is broken and I don't know how much it's going to cost to fix yet. You know, it's 2 days. They have not called me with a quote yet. That
that does suck.
that concerns me, but it will also go in my favor because my car was in the shop like a month ago to have my brakes done, which means they worked on the same tire that fell off. Oh, that's right. You two don't know the story. Neither does the chat. So, real life, my car was in a little bit of a. I was driving down the road and I was following GPS. GPS was leading me the wrong way. So I was like, oh, this is wrong. I need to go the other way.
Did you just blame GPS for your follies?
No, I blame GPS for saving my life, actually. So I was like, all right, I got to make a U-turn. So I found this little like turn off on this off this road, and as I pulled into the turn off to make a U-turn, my front driver's side tire basically just popped up into the wheel well. My tire cord just dropped on top of the tire. It turns out that the axle, the tie rod, and the ball joint all snapped. Like they just separated. So the only thing holding the tire in place was the strut. So if you guys know how that works, the strut is on the top. So the tire could pivot like a clock thing. So I had to call the tow truck. Cops showed up because I was in like some parking lot that I guess I shouldn't have been in. It was just a fun day. That was 2 days ago. I have yet to hear from the mechanic where they took my car to tell me how much it's going to cost. I am almost hoping they told me that my car is totaled. That the damage
Unless
was
there was damage to the frame, you'll be fine.
well, because if the well, I'm hoping there's damage to the frame. I want it to be totaled. I'm still paying for it. If they total it out, I don't have to pay for it no more.
And then
So,
what will you
as
do
an
for transportation?
American, are you now set for life? Can you just go around suing people for exorbitant amounts of money?
Well,
Because that's what TV tells me that Americans do.
Well, I'm ready to think about that. I'm talking to so you guys know I work in a law firm, right? If you don't, now you do. So I'm ready to talk to one of the ambulance chaser lawyers and finding out, can I sue these people who worked on my car a month ago because they should have seen this. But it's hilarious. I'm doxing myself. Yes, I work in a law firm.
Wait. When you took it to the mechanic shop, did you have them look at your suspension?
Yes, I did a full inspection because I was getting my oil change full, like the 27-point expansion. They redid my brakes and rotors. They redid my spark plugs, gave me a tune up and all that stuff. So that car,
Oh shit.
so if it was supposed to be repaired, they should have said, hey, you need to fix this. I got your car should be good for the entire winter.
Okay, yeah, then that is somewhat their fault.
Right. So I think that's why it's taking so long to give me a quote because they're like, we screwed up. So, and also, yes, I think you should be able. Like, I saw a story today. I was telling Rhino. Saw a story today. Funniest thing. I was like, there was. I don't know if I should tell the story because I was like, what? But like some teachers being sued because he made a comment that was insensitive to like a student because he told the student we don't negotiate with terrorists. It just so happened that the student was Muslim, and I was like, so what happened? And I guess he lost his job. He had to pay money. He had to pay damages. The school had to pay money, and they had to start doing like all kinds of sensitivity training. I was like, I don't know. I was in school where teachers smacked me.
Because you're that old.
Well,
Yeah,
I went to
remember
Catholic
the
school and relaxed there, youngster.
yeah, I
I'm
remember
like
when
5 years older than
physical
you. It was like
punishment
so
was
old.
allowed. Getting rapped on the knuckles with the meter stick, so a yardstick
So
in
no,
America.
so I went to a Catholic school. It was co-ed, and I am sarcastic, prankster, jokester, whatever. I got in trouble so much. My second year, I remember one of the deans looked over at me and they're like, "Hey," and I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And like, "You have detention," and they used to call it judgment on the God. And I was like, "For what? It's the first day of school. I just got here." He says, "I'm sure you will do something before the end of the day. In fact, you have detention indefinitely." I was like, first day of school. So I,
Because he hates you, man.
yeah. So I told my mother, and my mother's like, "I'm taking you out of school." So I'm like, "Yeah, go, mom." She put me in an all boys school, and I hated it. But anyway, in the high school, I
Out of
had
the fryer into the fire.
yes, I had brothers. So the guys that walk around with the brown robes and the rope tied around them, like legitimate brothers. And I watched these gentlemen go outside and take on a bunch of thugs hanging in front of the school with baseball bats. Literally fighting with baseball bats. I was like, yeah, I'm not pissing these gentlemen off. But I did
Were
have one.
monks.
Yeah, they were monks. They, I had one wrap my knuckles with a ruler. I was like, "Ah, what are you doing?" And then I remembered the bat, and I was like, "Go ahead." But yes, school was fun when I was younger, and then like nowadays, I just can't believe some of the stuff that I'm hearing. I'm like, okay, it's such as life. Was it insensitive? Yeah, but I think back in the day, like I had a friend. So this is gonna be bad. I had a friend. He wasn't. We used like his nickname was like bad. I just don't get it. Like I don't understand when things like everything became an insult, and it's scary. Like not every
Snowflakes.
not everything's an insult. Like sometimes you're just goofing with people. Like I don't know. We used to play the dozens. Could you imagine playing the dozens nowadays? So
I
if,
don't know what that is.
I
so
don't know what that is.
okay. So you seen the show Your Mama? Like Your Mama's so fat she sweat gravy, things like that. You ever heard those things? You
Not
know?
that one, but yeah, I've heard of your mama jokes.
Okay, Your Mama jokes, right? So there was a show on TV called Your Mama, and two guys would go against each other. That's the dozens. So you would basically go back and forth making insults at each other. We used to sit in a park on benches playing these games, going back and forth. You did that now, you get sued. It's like, So I don't know. Humor is dead. That's why you got to watch everything you say, and it's like, I get it. There's some, but not everything's meant to be an insult. Sometimes just people are dumb. I'm dumb. I say things all the time that are stupid. I don't mean anything by it.
We're all like, yes, you have some.
Shut the
said
fuck
dumb.
up. On that note, good night, everyone. Hopefully, we'll see you next week. Or
2 weeks.
Join us next week or
Yes.
next adventure in 2 weeks when you find out the thrilling conclusion to our adventurous day of shopping and what kind of shenanigans could Fabio possibly be planning with the new spell Magic Mouth and just enough component to get one off.
yeah, I don't know what you're up to, but that's not good.
Praising my dear God.
All right, I'm stopping stream. Bye, everyone.